Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are here, man. Mandem talk settings. We're in the building. Couple of Mandem are late. You know what I'm saying? TFL settings, man. You get me? It's all madness in London, so bear with people. The Mandem will be here, man. London. How you been getting about in London, Musa, man? It's crazy out here, man. Yeah, you're on mute. You're on mute. I can't hear you. Might have to take the thing gone. Yeah. Take the headphones off. Yeah, man. People, the Mandem will be pulling up shortly. Big up to everyone who's locked in right now. Smash a like on the video. We are here, man. Man said you watched Le Mans. Nah, bro. I ain't watched him still. I ain't watched him, man. Basically, in London, the tubes are all the tubes are not working. So the TFL is on a mad one right now. So it's crazy, man. Musa, can you hear me now? Nah, the sound's off. The sound's off. Yeah, coming in and out. Maybe coming in and out. Maybe that might work. Maybe coming in and out, people. Yeah, coming in and out and see what happened, man. You know what I'm saying to you? But yeah, big up to everyone here, man. Mandem will be here joining us. You get me? We went from like 4-4-2, yeah? We went from a full formation to Mandem now missing. It's crazy, man. The chat, the people are saying, yeah, they don't want to play for me anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, the Dunya people, man. They're saying to me that they're all on strike. They don't want to play for Saeed TV anymore, man. It's crazy. Musa, can you hear me now?
Am I back here?
Yeah. You're back. What are you saying?
Say no more. You're a bit low. Let me see if I can put the volume up.
Yeah. Put the volume up. Let me see if I can sort it out from this side here. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, man. They're saying that they lost the dressing room, man. The man them don't want to play for me anymore. It's madness, man. Am I not qualified? Am I not qualified now?
You're qualified.
What are you telling me though, man? International break's over. Your boy Onana's getting assaulted and that on the streets. What's going on, man? That was dark. You know, I actually felt sorry for him, you know, man. Man got thrown you know what? His face.
No ways though. Wallahi, let me say something to you, yeah? What's happening to Onana is not the first time it's happened to a Man United player. And that's the only thing I'll say about that. So Onana is not the first Man United player to come in. Yeah. Is that a player? Is that a player or a fan? With
fan, bro. That's a fan, bro. You can see him there just walking. Look, he's pulled him out here, and then boom, he's just thrown a bottle right in front of him. That's nasty, bro.
You know what? That's nasty because Saeed, imagine you've come from a Champions League final. The whole world is talking well about you and your performance, even though you lost. Everyone's bigging you up. You make the transfer of your dreams to Man United as an African player, and now you're a banter club. You're Banter FC after 2 seasons, even though the club's been on a madness themselves. And he's actually won FA Cup with my man. Like, he was in a cup-winning side and played a big part of it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I just feel like, yeah, it's not the first player and it won't be the last. But obviously, Onana's got big shoulders.
It won't be the last. But it just shows you, man, isn't it? Like, yo, man, like, it's crazy, man. Like, your life is amazing. Bang. You get me? Apparently, the fan wanted a picture. But the thing is with the players, man, they just lost, bro. You don't take a picture with a player after they lost. It's crazy.
No, it happens. My thing is this, look. And why a lot of people get it twisted. I didn't want Onana. I don't know how many times I've got to tell the people in the chat. I didn't want Onana. I was Team De Gea. I'm just on the principle like this. There's players that's coming to the team that I might not have wanted them. I was even Ugarte. Not long ago, I was defending his calls. And I was only defending him because I didn't want Ugarte. I never wanted Ugarte. I always wanted Neves that went to PSG, and I couldn't believe that we didn't get him. But my thing with Ugarte was, cool, now you've got him, maybe try him in a midfield 3 to give him some support. Because I don't think he's that bad. Like, I've seen him on international level for Uruguay. He's not a bad player, but like, I'm not gonna go like hype it. But you see this?
It's so different, though, man. Look at yesterday.
No,
man.
but Saeed, who is good at United? Because like, let me get it right here. Cunha's been rubbish.
Has he? I think he's been all right,
Cunha's
man.
been rubbish. From the Cunha that I know and what I saw at Wolves, I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, but it's 3 games, though, isn't it? It's 3 games.
No,
man.
but that's what I'm trying to say. But I'm saying if this continues, what? Cunha crap now?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But it's not being crap, though. Like, he's been all right.
He's not been great.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, we haven't been great as a team, though. As a collective.
But this is the same with Ugarte. Ugarte's coming and we haven't been great. What my thing is this?
He's been terrible, bro. He's been terrible. On the ball, off the ball. Everything about Ugarte has been terrible.
Off the ball, he's not been. Off the ball, he's not been crap off the ball side. Come on, let's give it. He's still won us. He's still won the ball back.
If I'm the one that co-signed him, and I'm telling you he's bad, bro. That's
but
what
off
you
the
know,
ball.
bro. Hey? Off the ball. Where is he ever off the ball, though, really and truly? Like,
he wins the ball back a lot. Ugarte, like, I always see his stats brought up in terms of how many times he's won the ball back. But I agree with you. Once he gets it, he's lost. He doesn't know what to do.
He's awful, man. Listen, I don't know. It comes back to who is the worst signing since Alex Ferguson. Sorry, post Fergie. You feel me? And whatever. But Ugarte is up there, bro. He's up there.
I don't think so. I think so. I think
who's the worst signing since Fergie? Then be honest.
Højlund.
Wow.
Højlund is definitely the worst signing.
The reason why you look at Højlund, you think, yo, man, this guy, yeah, he was never meant to be that guy. Maybe when you look
when we talk about money-wise, Højlund, Mason Mount, Maguire, so many players before I come to Ugarte, because Ugarte was at 50 million?
Ugarte was 50 million, yes, 50 million.
Yeah, so we pay 50 million, which is the going rate for midfielders now. If we sold Ugarte, how much do you think we'll get for him? 25?
I reckon we'll probably get, about 20, 25 million, bro.
Yeah, so like if you can get 25.
You never know, bro, because they sold Højlund for what? Well, what? Altogether, 30 odd million. You know what I mean? They actually sold a decent deal for Højlund. If you look at
it. Højlund's price has gone up. I think Højlund's move's worth nearly 40, 50 million pounds from what they say. If everything comes how it's meant to be.
Who's been more successful United, Sancho or Anthony?
Now they're just as bad as each other, man. Who's been successful? Like, and
who'd you look at and think, you know what, man? They've done more in the United shirt, because obviously the chat are saying it right now. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, when you look at it, who's had more of a chance? I'd say for me, Sancho's obviously had more of a chance, but the problem is though.
But Anthony had one full season. How many seasons Anthony had? One full season.
He came in 23-24, didn't he? So 22-23 he came in. So really, he had that full season. He had 23-24, and then 24-25. He wasn't really playing as much.
23-24 is when Erik ten Hag got sacked. I don't think he really had that season. And remember,
he really had that season.
And things happened as well with his missus, and Erik ten Hag started saying he's got to sort it out. All of that. Remember, once he went to Brazil, it hasn't ever been the same for him. So I don't know. Sancho and I think it's just as bad as each other. To be honest, I'm surprised that Sancho done as bad as he did, to be honest. I think he showed glimpses of what was possible for us. But I think he'll do well under Emery and in
Unai Emery. Unai Emery.
I think he'll do well. I think he'll do well.
But listen, we've got our own problems, man. We've got our own problems. We've got the Manchester derby. You get me? Big up to Rance, who's just joined us.
Big up, man.
Big up to you, Rance. Well, man. Manchester derby, man. Listen, then when I got hella injuries, Pep shook right now. You feel me? Amorim has never lost to Pep Guardiola, which is crazy. I don't know whether the sample is enough to be like, yo, wow, it's amazing. But we've never won 2 games in a row. They've never lost 3 games in a row. Something's got to give. You feel me? I can't see this game being a draw, personally, for me, especially at their ground. I don't think we've drawn at their ground for a while. I don't know. Last time we actually got a draw there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's set up perfectly, man. I think this is going to be one of the biggest Manchester derbies we've seen in a while. I ain't going to lie to you, man. They've got a lot of injuries. I think there's no excuses for Man United, you know. Like, I really think United should be going there to get a win. Yeah. I don't know about you, man.
Yeah, it's our best opportunity that we're going to have in a long time to go there get a win and be confident. We have to go there on the front foot and beat them.
Facts, bro. I'm with you, man. Big up to my son in the building.
If
I'm seriously like, yo.
if Zersky starts, yeah. If we don't and we try to play some safe business, we're in trouble, bro.
The thing is, though, like, big up to myself. My thing is with Ruben Amorim, this game here is about transition. Like, he doesn't have to even play his silky football, you know? Like, he doesn't even have to play amazing. I think for me, you've got to look at City. If they play that high line here and they're pushing forward, bro, Brighton really didn't do anything crazy, you know? They just picked them off with Cunha, with their quick players in Minte and Mitoma. They didn't really do anything like extravagant, you know? It just depends on whether Amorim lets these guys go out and say, yo, if Cunha and Mbeumo are available, bro, on a transition, bro, these guys can be dangerous, bro. Guardiola right now, bro, I don't know what's going on over there, but clearly something's not working right now. You see the way Tottenham went on them. They pressed them high up the pitch. I don't know whether United could do that and do that well, but pressed them high up the pitch and they got joy out of it. They got Paulinho and Sarr, very, very high energy footballers in the midfield of the park. And the same thing with Brighton second half. They went to them, bro. I think it's one of them where you can't be like low key about this game. You got to go for it, bro. Because end of the day, right now, when is the best opportunity to beat Guardiola and Man City? This is it now. This is it. You see what I mean, Mandem? Like, this is the best moment to go and do it. So whether we do it or not is a different question. But I think for me, when you've got the players that they're out for, look, if you look at Mamouche, you're looking at Cherky, you're looking at Foden, there's a bare man out in their team. Yes, there's still good players in Rodri.
Yeah, and Mamouche got injured in internationals.
Listen, we're going to win this game, man. I'm confident we're going to win this game, guys. Like what everyone's saying. Firstly, big up everyone. Big up Musa, Rand.
Yeah, big up to you, bro.
Big up, man. Big up everyone. Big up the chat as well, man. Hope everyone's doing well. Obviously, international break has been a bit dull, and we wanted to see us kick on now. But this is a chance for Ruben to get 2 games back to back, which I know everyone's been talking about. Like, that's been a big hump that he's need to get over. But listen, man, like you just mentioned their side, like 2 elements. Like, I think against Spurs, it was high press, something that we've seen been implemented by Ruben in pre-season, which was kind of couple like his high pressing system. When it works, I don't like the formation's not brilliant, but when it works, by the way, that includes Mason Mount, which there's no Mason Mount, but you know, his high
Party's fit, you know, Party's all right.
Oh, that's good signs. That's good signs. And then obviously against Brighton, so that's the high pressing side of the game, which I think Man United could replicate if they're on job. And then Brighton kind of had a counter-attacking style. For me, the first half, you know, they kind of surrendered the ball a little bit and they showed us kind of how to, you know, show City's vulnerabilities from a counter-attacking standpoint. So, and that's in our DNA. That's kind of where that's always going to be a Manchester United strong point. So those 2 elements of a 90 minutes football match, if we have chances in those kind of scenarios, I think we score goals. And then we've been decent for the first half first 30 minutes. I know I'm sounding a bit like Ten Hag because I know Ten Hag used to be particular about the minutes of in which you would do well within a game. But for me, the first 30 minutes or so, you know, if we start well, and then City usually throughout seasons, they start kind of poorly and then they go on their 10 game runs, 15, you know, 10, 15 plus game runs, which is normally in the business end of the season when they're chasing things. But early doors now, and then if the Mandem just said that they got a couple players out. I don't rate Phil Foden anyway, so I don't see him as a major threat. He's a good player, but he's not a major threat for me. Mamouche would have been a serious issue, I think. Obviously, Haaland's always going to be a bags man, no matter what time of the season it is. You know, if you give him a couple of chances, it's a problem. But 3 players in and around him, and I think Luke Shaw's actually been good against Haaland for me. He's been one of those players that against Haaland's been quite decent and been able to shut up shop. So I'm quietly confident, and I think Ruben against top teams has been a good manager. Anyway, against let's say against Pep, then you know I can imagine. I think back to the games against Sporting. I think back to the games even when he's managed us, and I know everybody doesn't really like him as the manager, but against City he's been all right. So I would say, you know, there's an opportunity for us to get, you know, back-to-back games against City. For me, I'm quietly confident about this. It's just the injuries. Cunha is a bad man. I really like Cunha as a footballer, and to not have him about is a problem. But then I need to see Xerxes play football. I need to see Kobbie Mainoo play football. These two are also good footballers, especially Xerxes. I think he's going to be a very, very important player for us this season. So he needs to get on the pitch a lot more. You know, so if you can get maybe Kobbie and Xerxes onto the pitch, for some weird reason, I still believe Bruno can play right wing back. I know that people find that funny to me.
Well, I still don't get that, man. I still don't get that ideology. Yeah,
because he likes to run about and free roam, so he can kind of do the Lewis Skelly, well, not the Lewis Skelly thing, but just the bit where you involve yourself into the midfield. It's like he's just being crazy now on one side of the pitch instead of being disorganized everywhere about the pitch. He's doing that, adding himself, adding numerical superiority on just the right side of the pitch now. He's going to run into midfield. He's going to add himself in the attacking lines. You know, he's going to try things, but just stay on that side. Whereas in the middle of the pitch, you can have two people that are going to be combative against City, because I think against the top teams, it's going to be hard for us to be disciplined in the middle when you've got Bruno there. I love Bruno, by the way, but nobody's bigger than the football club. That's why I was happy to take 100 for him, even though I thought he's worth 175 mil. That's why I'm happy to move him about the pitch, because no one's bigger than this football club, especially not Bruno, even though I think he's our best player. But he needs to be moved somewhere else, I think, if we're gonna survive with this 3-4-3 system. Like, and I don't mind it, but you need the characteristics and the quality of players. And Ineos, like I was saying earlier, guys, they let us down. Like, we needed proper midfielders for the system. I would even take Gallagher. Right about now, somebody that's got a lot of energy, that I think can listen to instructions similar to how Mason Mount can and do as they're told. He will be able to cover the spaces and stay in positions correctly. So I would take him in January. I think January is going to be an important moment for us, but I'm thinking too far ahead. If we're just thinking about City and Chelsea alone, those for me look like it's a bit. You're going too far. I think if you say it's going to be a comfortable win or a winnable game against Chelsea, I think they've just got so many players to their disposal, and they've got so many good players, and then that three in the midfield is going to be a headache. But I would expect 2 wins from 2 of these next 2 games. I always believed that as well. I know you was on to me about it, Saeed, and rightly so, because of how things have transpired, and rightly so, the chat as well. But I always believed that these 2 games would have been winnable games for us as well. And based on the 45 or the first halves of the last 3 games, not counting Grimsby, I don't count Grimsby as a real game. I'll just be so real to you guys. It doesn't exist to me as a real football match.
That's crazy.
But the other 3 Premier League games, the first halves were decent. So I'm expecting us to start fast. And if Xerxes is on the pitch and not Bruno, Ruben Amorim needs to figure out what Kobbie is and to get him on the pitch more, because he's taking the mick, to be honest with you. That's a quality player that should be playing.
Yeah, I can't lie. That's crazy. I can't lie. First of all, you said 175 million. And then you said forget the Grimsby game. That's crazy, man, for me personally. But the Bruno. Yeah, go on, Musi. You say something.
I was gonna say, even trying to bring Bruno into right back. I remember we were out here comparing Bruno to Kevin De Bruyne and all of these type of players. Like, to think about a man saying, yeah, De Bruyne can do right back and can play right wing back and all of that, it's just unheard of. I just feel like the fact that we're in a situation where in this season where it's so pinnacle that Man United did not finish outside the top 6. Because like we said on Monday, side, is that if United finish outside the top 6, it's no longer a fluke. It becomes form. You don't finish outside the top 6 3 seasons in a row, and all of a sudden it's like some blip. United are having a blip. No, it's form. You finish 8th, 15th, an example, say we finish 7th. You are no longer a top 6 side. And that's just the reality. And that's even after all of this Prem-proven players. And like I said, we've gone and bought players, rightly so, who are good players. But our 2 major signings have never finished higher than 8th in the league. They don't know where it is to be in the top 4, in a top 4 race. They don't know what it is to be in the last few games of the seasons playing for something, or playing for a position to get you into the Champions League football. And then that being said, none of them, if I'm honest with you, since pre-season and Bumo's is starting to settle in a bit more than Cunha, but Cunha still hasn't bagged all since we've got him. Like, we don't know where it seems or where it looks like for Cunha to score a United goal. We're still waiting. And I feel like even when he took the penalty against Grimsby, and how long and what number was he in the penalties?
5. He was 5. He was the last one to win it.
He was the last one, and that's what I'm saying. And even when he was the last one as a strike, someone who wants to get it, I saw a bit of nervousness, and then he missed that one, right? That's the one that Onana told him the height. I think Onana spoke to him, and I saw him miss it.
Yeah,
tried to chat to him, and the fact that he spoke to him and he listened, there's a level of nervousness. Why? Because Cunha's a human being. I get it. He understands there's a lot of pressure. He wants to score. He wants to repay back the fan base who believe in him and are supporting him. But guys, football's mental. A lot of it is mental. Like, we've seen players who are top level, go through those periods and they don't look the same, or they're not. So he needs to start scoring very soon, or he might start losing that mental battle. It's never easy with a fan base, and not just what we're going to say, because there's always going to be fans who are going to complain, but even just the outside noise, the noise that's going to come from outside. And City, as bad as we think they are, man, City's a top 4 side. They had a bad season last year and comfortably got into the top 4. They're a top 4 side. It's not a fluke. We're going against a side who, even on their worst day, comfortably get into the top 4. That's who we're playing. So unless the manager helps this 11 by making the right substitutes at the right time and starting the game with the right 11, they're under pressure. Like, I don't care. Like, even Foden, we say we don't rate Foden. Foden loves to play derbies. He's always scoring against us. I don't know how. He's always getting braces and celebrating and, Manchester boy and all this nonsense when it comes to Man United. So for me, the manager's going to be very important in, do you start the right 11 so that we're not chasing the game? Because, Mandem, if City score first, good night, goodbye. That's it. We're not coming back from no one. And that's the problem. We're not coming back to win anything if they score.
So with Cunha, it's been difficult for us to settle on a strike option. Obviously, Xerxes not been about for the first couple of games early. Otherwise, I think Cunha would have been a settled 10 for us. Up front, he kind of goes.
Tell that to Newcastle. Newcastle's been dealing with Isak, and I see them boss Liverpool with 10 men. Like, the manager supports, the manager helps.
The manager more so the personnel.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to say to the man, them, like, I ain't got nothing against the players as a whole. Like, from the whole 11, I can pick an 11 that I think with the right manager and the right system do well. I ain't even got anything against the players, to be honest. I think there's a core 12, 11, 13 players there that should be playing a better style of football. But I don't think we understand how detrimental this manager is with sometimes starting the team and handicapping them. Like, he's handicapping the team by starting them in a certain type of setup.
I was about to say, I think you're speaking more to the fact that you don't like the setup, because Eddie Howe, have you said his name? I think it's Eddie Howe. Yeah. The way he set up against that Liverpool team under the premise that he has 10 men, it was very much a block of 5. But
even before the 10, Marcel, they were winning, they were bossing the game before the man off.
And then all the characteristics of their players is very hard running players, very much there's a unity.
Give Eddie Howe this squad, Marcel. Give him this squad.
Go on.
I'll say, give Eddie Howe this squad, and he will be over the moon. The one Man United's got.
He won't be able to play the way that Newcastle Football Club play right now, because he hasn't got hard running footballers. He just doesn't have it here at this point.
No, I think he would be able to play it, because
this squad is better.
The difference between us and Newcastle is, if you look at the space in between their defensive lines, they're very compact. We're not. You know what I'm saying? If we're compact, you can play Ugarte and Casemiro if the lines are close. You can do that, bro. The gaps are so big. Everyone drowns in the system, bro. Like, I've yet to see a midfield player that looks comfortable defending like this. And it's the same under Ten Hag. Defensively, no midfielder looked comfortable, bro. Teams are playing straight through us. Nothing's really changed.
Yeah, I think in that aspect of keeping the lines close, maybe Eddie kind of coaches that better. But I think the pressing system and the relentlessness of it, I just don't think that aspect of it we don't have. All the players are not built that way. Just quickly going back on what you said about KDB. KDB towards the back end of his career, or when he was here at City, he kind of was playing right defensive mid / right attacking mid. And the way that Bruno, I think, would play in this system would be playing it in that kind of style.
But we don't need him though, Marcel. We've got too many players. Think about it. With the amount of players Man United have, we can comfortably get along without Bruno being on the pitch. Yeah. So why even start thinking about him being on the right back, left back, this back? Like, the reality is, you don't need him.
Yeah, you don't. They should take the money.
No, I hear that. I think that's why a lot of the fan base were right in the sense of saying, look, maybe we didn't need 2 10s. Because I would have just kept Bruno there as a miscellaneous running about, adding himself to help the midfield, adding himself to try and score and take risk in one of the 2 10 positions. And then you take one of these two, very high performing players that have been well in the Premier League, like you said, haven't gone over the line, but it's time for them to prove themselves to go over the line in Cunha or Mbeumo. And then you get yourself a world-class midfielder. Baleba is the clear option, or an Adam Wharton who's still performing at a high level. I think he's injured now, but still, or even Anderson from Forest, who I really do like, Musa. But like you said, the main thing for this game, Musa, is about, can Ruben select the right 11? He's not been doing that against Arsenal. Then it was time to take off Bruno. He didn't do it. Against Fulham, the selection was shocking. Against Grimsby, again, it's too safe. And then also maybe adapting his style mid-game and just being humble and saying, I got to shore up this midfield. We're getting overrun, or the lines are too far apart. We need to add another person in there. He's not being, and he was like, and at the very beginning of his tenure here, he was doing that. There was times where he had to make the adaptation. There was times where he's making really good substitutions for us, Musa. So I don't know if it's just the pressure, which I think it is, because he said a few emotional things, which for me, all humans are to a degree emotional. But, he has said a few emotional things that would speak to maybe the pressure of the job. But I still think this manager can turn it around. And it's not like it's over for us. He's basically got no excuses now. So come February or January, you're looking at it and you're saying they've got to either give him a new contract or sack him. It's that simple. So
I don't think he's going to be here in January.
Yeah,
I really do. I think he is. I really do think he is.
I think after this run of games that we've got, he'll be gone, mate.
This is why it's big.
October international break. Yeah, bro. Listen, we've got Chelsea, City,
Brentford.
And I could see us beating City, yeah. But bro, like I'm real, bro. I could see us losing to City and Chelsea, bro, because that's who we are right now. That's the reality. That it's a real possibility. Like, we can't overlook it. As much as I'm confident against this Man City team, yeah, like, I don't know what Man United is gonna turn up. I don't. You know what I mean? The Man United that turned up against Arsenal didn't turn up against Fulham. They didn't. So I don't know what United. Yeah, I don't know what Man United is gonna turn up, bro. You know what I'm saying? If the Man United that turned up against Arsenal, turned up, and we keep the ball the way we kept the ball, then we could win the game, because we need to convert those chances. But if the Man United that turned up against fucking Grimsby or Fulham turn up, we're gonna lose.
I think Tyrone was saying it before, like, it's mad to think, like, even though United could beat Man City, but then you lose to City and Chelsea, it's like one win in like 6, you know what I mean? It's crazy, or one win in 5. It's madness how you look at it in that aspect. Obviously, if you do win it, it's back-to-back games. I think mentally for United, this is why this game for me is so crucial, man. Can United win back-to-back games? This will be the first moment in over a year, first in Amorim's tenure.
I think at a point that doesn't even really matter no more, because like it's low-hanging fruit. Like you can't even celebrate that. Like, I'd be embarrassed to celebrate that. Do you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I'd be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Like, relegation teams fucking win back-to-back games.
Yeah,
like,
United haven't done that.
I can't celebrate that. That's embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? So like, even if we was to win back-to-back games, you celebrate that. But then imagine we go get slapped 4-0 at Chelsea. Then what? You know what I'm saying? Then what we celebrating? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, there's nothing to celebrate here. I'll be honest, the City game, it's like City have got these injuries and there's all these reasons why we should beat Man City. But let's be honest, like, nobody would be surprised if Man City roll us over. Like, nobody. Like, no one would be surprised. Like, we have to be completely honest about where we are right now. We have the players, to beat any team in this league, on the day. We've seen it already, bro. We saw it in the cup final against City. We've seen it in the cup against Liverpool. On a one-off day, bruv, we can beat all of these teams. But the problem is, the managers ain't doing us no fucking favors, bro. They're not doing us no favors. Like, the owners need to get the management situation right, the way I believe they're getting the recruitment right. Do you know what I'm saying? You're getting the recruitment right. Do your due diligence the same way with a gaffer. Get us the right manager. You put those two things together, we can be taken seriously. Right now, nobody should take us seriously with this manager in charge. No one.
So I hear you, like, and when it comes to about seeing the reality of it, I think it's Brentford, then Liverpool next. So it's a madness the next few games, and you have to come to terms with that and be honest with yourself in terms of the quality of teams that we're playing right now in the moment that we're in. But against Fulham, we could have wrapped up that game, Rants. We could have wrapped up that game. I mean, the first half or so, we could have wrapped up that game.
Well,
so
there's too much coulda with United, man.
That's what I'm saying. And
not
the
enough,
Burnley
man.
game, like on another day, we could have lost it. Like the could have things in football are mad. Do you know what I'm saying?
The early game. Yeah,
It's
we
too
could have
much.
lost it.
Yeah, it's too much. I just feel like how United are and the direction we're going in. The manager's had like nearly 30 Premier League games. What he's given back in those 30 games is not enough for a team or for a club of our standard and the ambition that we have. Because it's not a high standard. We're not asking you to do a lot. I mean, we haven't bought you at Man United and said you've got to win the title in your first season and win Champions League and do this and do that. We just said, cool, steady Eddie, you've come in. We're 4 points off Champions League position. We're 4 points off that. Yeah, flipping. Eric Ten Hag hasn't had a good last couple 6 months. It's been rocky for him. We were going to get rid of him in flipping after the FA Cup. We gave him a chance. You've come in. We're 4 points off. Steady the ship. Let's do at least a Europe. Let's get at least into Europa League. He can't do that. Flipping David Moyes comes in and wins 4 games back to back at Everton, who are in relegation. It's just madness. When you look at what Amorim done towards the end of last season and the fact that he lost that European Cup game to Spurs, and then he's starting the season the way he has, he doesn't have much. Like, for me, it's like Amorim's in trouble, and then we're here talking about he's starting 11. What's this madness with Mason Mount? What told him he should start the season with Mason Mount being one of his key players? How did he start the season thinking that? Where did that come from? And then we're talking about Conor Gallagher coming in, and he's going to push out Kobe on the last day of the transfer window. He's trying to do a swap. Where's his head at?
Yeah, I've always said it, man. Mason Mount was always a key guy for him, man. If you look at even the Europa League final, he started. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, listen, we don't rate Garnacho, but that was more of an attacking option than Mason Mount. Mason Mount's not going to do anything in terms of going forward. Yeah, in terms of pressing, team shape, maybe he might do a little bit better, but really and true, like, Mason Mount doesn't really offer anything to this Man United team apart from, like I said, the pressing and the running element of the ball kind of stuff, bro.
That's not enough.
That's not enough. That's what I'm saying. But that's where the manager is going with it. And that's why I don't think you're going to see your best United team in a long while, man.
You know why I know it's not enough? It's not enough to put Mason Mount there if you're going to put your captain out of position. Like, I get it if he was doing that, if he was finding a way to. I get it if he played Cunha in the 9 role and put Bruno in the 10, and then packed out in the midfield with like Kobe and Casemiro, and he was trying to facilitate for Bruno, his captain, further up the pitch. I'll get it, but we facilitated for Mount for. What's that about? It doesn't make sense. How can you have a team with Bruno and Mount in it?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. This is what I'm trying to say. It affects the dynamic of the team, man. Even if you look at like Dogu, for example, man, people complain like Dogu's not effective enough, but he doesn't need Mason Mount there, bro. Really and truly,
doesn't need Mount there.
We doesn't need Mount there. That's why I just don't get why. And this is the thing, though. If he's fit, yeah, I think he starts on the weekend, bro. I really do. I don't see him being off the bench or whatever.
And this is why we see the manager getting sacked, because if no one here can see the manager doing anything different, then guess what? The results won't be different. The outcome won't be different. He'll get sacked. He has to start doing things differently. Zertsky has to start the game. Kobe has to be in contention. You know what I mean? He has to be here to start the game. Like, Mazraoui has to be in the game somehow. These are players that know how to win, know how to deal with high-level pressure of football, and know how to play at a high level. Like, if these players are not involved in the starting lineup and you're trying to fit Delo in, you're trying to fit Mount in and Bruno in, you see that just Delo, Mount, Bruno is a madness. Trying to push that into your starting 11 when you know that the season is under pressure. I keep on saying it, Mandem. If we finish outside the top 6, third season in a row, it's no longer a blip. This is form. We are no longer a top 6 side. And that's scary to think of because the amount of money we spent in these 3 seasons for us to be finishing 8th, 15th, and then say 7th or 8th, that's just not acceptable.
Yeah.
What's the deal with
100%.
Dorgu anyway, bruv? Do you know what I'm saying? Because he better be injured because the way this manager's just made him vanish, blood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, what's
Obrigado.
going on? He actually had a good preseason, you know.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
cool.
I don't know what it is, you know, man. Dallo seems to find a way back in the team, bro. I don't know what it is, and it wouldn't surprise me, Mandem, that Dallo plays on that side again, just because
Isn't he meant
maybe
to be injured, Saeed? Isn't he meant to be injured?
who Dallo?
Hello.
Yeah, he came back early, but I don't think he's injured like that. I think he came back early just for precaution, isn't it? Like it's not one of them. I think Portugal are through. There's no real kind of need to play that game. So he was like, you know what? Let me come home early. I don't think it was one of them where it was like, yo, he's injured like that. No, it's not like a Mamouche situation where he's out for the game. You get me? So I think you've got to play your best players, and Dallo is not left wing back, man. Nor is he a right wing back. So I'm not even gonna even bother. But that's again another thing that will really piss off the fan base, man. Playing Dallo left wing back, bro. He ain't that guy. Imagine Dallo and Mason Mount on that side. That's nasty, man.
Yeah,
it's nasty.
I agree with you completely. Like Dalot is in this system, he's a centre back, either right-sided or left-sided.
Yeah, I agree.
Similar to like how I was talking about Luke Shaw being in a left-sided centre back for a long period for ages, like seasons ago now. He's got the similar kind of mode that can, play out from the back, little bit of sprint pace, that kind of thing. Maybe can create some plays in the defensive line. Is comfortable with carrying the ball a little bit, a few yards up the pitch. So. But anything more than that, he hasn't got the running power. He's not got the 1v1 ability. I think you just got to keep throwing Dalot into the fire until he gets better. Or you got the young kid Leon, Diego Leon, who give him some minutes.
He won't play him.
Ahmad has to get minutes on either both sides of the pitch, or Mazwari even though I think he maybe is a centre back option, play him in certain areas of the pitch. But for me, I just think Dalot is a mistake, it's disaster waiting to happen. The more times you play him in these wide areas, it's going to be more embarrassing for us. So we've got a few options there, but it's like Dalot's just not going to cut it, and that's another thing. Like I think the big pointer is for this game: can Ruben make the right team selection? Can he make the right team selection? I'm not too critical about his obsession with Mason Mount at the moment, because I do understand, the way that he's kind of pressing and that kind of thing, how it helps the team shape. He's early, like for the first 30 minutes or so in most games, he's helped create opportunities for us. It's been through Mason against Fulham. Yeah, against Fulham, he was part and parcel of a few or four moments. Against Arsenal, the team shape was looking all right, and the pressing systems with Mason Mount in there is decent early doors. It's just about making the substitutions, when to take off a Mason Mount, when to take off a Bruno Fernandes, when to take these players off because they need to come off, and maybe even keep a Casemiro on, and then bring in another defensive player or more legs next to him.
Mount is taking Zerski's position, right?
Pardon?
Mount is taking Zerski's position, right?
Nah, I think Xerxes is meant to be our forward and is meant to push Šeško for the forward role.
So where's Mount? Remember, because Šeško's not starting, so that's what I'm saying. Mount is taking one of them two.
So what are we talking about? Are you basically saying what's the 11th against City?
No, I'm just saying when Mount starts, because Xerxes been fit all season. Yeah,
I don't think he has.
He has been fit. He wasn't injured when we started the season. They were just saying that
he wasn't fit, bro. He was on the bench, but he wasn't fit. I don't believe.
Yeah,
but you see when you start putting man on the bench, and they're playing games with us, because you see what one of the things is that when other when other managers put players on the bench, I might I might give them the benefit of the doubt. When Amorim does it, I don't trust it, man. Then don't just think that he wouldn't sit a fit man on the bench that can actually come and give man 45 minutes, or because there were other players he made play 45 minutes. So why couldn't he couldn't even get a 20-minute run at the end of the game and bring him on? He didn't get no minutes for the first two games. So don't trust him. That's just based on his selection and what he prefers to bring on. I don't trust Amorim with some of the selections and what he's doing. I believe that my man is ready to start and ready to play. And he would have gave us more, even if he would have just done a 50-minute, 60-minute he would have gave us more, because I believe when we started the season, him and Sesko could have shared that position. If they were both not fit, one could have done an hour, the next one does half, or half a, you know what I mean, half a side each.
No,
so the fact that Mount is there is just because he prefers Mount, he likes Mount. And I'm just saying, if any one of those other players play, it's the same. It's even better, because we saw my man against Grimsby, as crap as we like to say they are, and he should be doing that. None of our other players were getting their foot on the ball and just showing the difference in terms of levels. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with you, and I understand your assessment. I just disagree with it. I think Xerxes wasn't fit, and I think building the minutes into his legs has made sense. And I think
why was he on the bench though?
Well, now that he's here, he should be starting, because I think Šeško just still doesn't. Maybe you try.
Yeah, he's gonna ease him in. I don't think he's gonna play him.
Yeah, maybe, but now, right now, in my mind, Xerxes has to be on the football pitch against City, starting the football game up front as the main man. Let him play how he wants to play. If he wants to drop in, he can drop in. If he wants to break lines, if he wants to play target man, play target man. He should be the main man, and that means that Mason Mount, if you're playing him, Musa and everybody and the Mandem and the chat, then you're playing him in the left hand. If you want to play him, I know everyone doesn't. I would maybe somehow find Kobe there. For me personally, someone that can actually cause damage.
We're talking about Bruno right back and all of that. Bruno should be left 10. If he's gonna have to play, the brother has to be further up the pitch. We don't want him anywhere near anything.
I don't even like that 10 role as
well. Yeah, we don't want him to play. But if Bruno's gonna be on this game, he has to play in one of the 10 positions where he might get a goal. You know, he might give one of those, I don't know, through balls. He might give an assist. Like, it's better we put Bruno there before we put Mount. So what are we going to do again? We're going to put Mount there and go Bruno again in the 6.
I don't know what the 8 for me. He's more of an 8. But and then on top of that, Musa, just like, it's a squad game for me. So I don't mind man sitting on the bench, you know. Or I don't mind when it comes to 50 minutes, it's time to take Bruno off. Like, this manager has to really get that in his head. Like, it's just time to take him off now. He's done his running, he's run his heart out, but now he's going to be a bit, you know, lackadaisical in following his man. Now he's going to be a little bit lethargic and not want to do that 5-yard sprint. Just take him off the football pitch. He's not bigger than this football club. It's time. And I love Bruno, honestly. I love Bruno. But it's like,
hopefully Saudi come in next year, man. That's a rumors right now. Saudi still interested, man. You get me? You reckon that's for 100 million, man? Them. Or do you reckon it'll be sale?
No, I would take it next season as well, because it's just his birthday. I think just the other day. Happy birthday to Bruno. Next season as well, I'm accepting 90. I'm accepting 85, 90. I would go even a little bit lower.
Bruno's price has dropped, man. I mean, you got to accept it. We're going to sell him for like 70, if that.
I'll be upset at 70, but I would. But if it means we get a Belabor in straight away, because Casemiro's also gone. You know, is Collier going to become? Was Collier a sale?
No, it was a loan. It was a loan.
So that's great news. He comes back into the fray, and then, you know, you got someone like Belabor there. I'll be very happy. Like, the replacements need to happen. So Bruno has to go.
Yeah, next summer will be.
It's not like he's lifted Premier Leagues for us. He's not a Man United legend like that. He's not lifted Champions Leagues for me. He hasn't lifted Premier League.
Brothers lost 2 European finals at United. One with Oli and one with his brethren Amorim. Just bopping past. You're just bopping past trophies, you know. I don't know how many times he's going to pass the trophies at.
It's crazy.
I would like to think that he wins them, Musa. I would like to believe that he lifts them. I've always believed that, and I always believe that he's a top player for me, and he really would be. But it's like, the longer...
I know Bruno's not the real deal. I'll be honest with you guys here. If any player with ambition who's not English, who's came from Portugal, has the seasons that Bruno's had, he should have left and went to a big team. All of this that big teams have come in for me. Why are you still at Man United? We're not doing nothing. Well, what are you doing? If you're such a big player and you're at that level of winning stuff, even Harry Kane said, enough's enough, and he went to Germany to win something. Brother's just sitting there at United, finishing 15th and 8th, and then and again, Grimsby were losing. They send him on, and he's just like the rest of them, man. He's not on anything, bro. He's not on anything. I don't know what he's doing. I don't think he's ambitious enough. He should have pushed for a move at 28.
But to be fair, really, only Saudi's really been interested. Like, people can say
no credible team has ever wanted to sign this guy, brother, and we should have never signed him. That's the truth, isn't it? Like, he was linked with Spurs before us. Probably should have gone to Spurs. That was his level, innit? And I say that after losing a fucking final to Spurs. It's the reality. Yeah. He's one of those players, bro. Like, he ain't really done nothing, but had his own stats, bro. Like, he'll retire in this game with no real legacy. Like, You know what I mean? That's it.
Real.
What has he done? Like, what has he done, bro? Like, I don't think any of us will be telling our children about Bruno or grandchildren. None of us. Like, let's be honest. Like, what's he done? Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, it's funny because I was in CB's chat yesterday, and I don't know if
CB late last night.
Brother, he got some vendetta against Hazard, but bro, listen.
What?
He was talking about Hazard's legacy, and about trophies and that, bro. Ruud van Nistelrooy never really won trophies at Man United, and we love him here. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there was loads of different moments he gave us. Do you know what I'm saying? We can't say the same about Bruno. Like, that's the reality, bro. Like, when he leaves, man, I'm gonna be remembering the assist in the final. That's it. That's all. All these years, and man. Bro,
but he carried us, man. He carried us, though, innit? He carried us,
He carried nothing, bro. Do you know what I mean? And this is the reality, bro. And you know what? Sometimes in football, you don't quantify a player's impact by trophies or by isolated moments, bro. There's a feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a feeling. Like with Hazard, when Hazard was playing, even if he didn't get a goal or an assist or anything like that,
still impactful.
Bro, just having him on the pitch, he's impacting the game because he's dangerous. Like Arsenal had that with Henry. He was dangerous. Even if he didn't get a goal or an assist, just the fact that man was on the pitch, it's like you couldn't relax, innit? You know what I mean? There's certain players like that.
But this is why, Rance, I can't believe that the only type of player we've got that we've had for a while is Ahmad, who when he's in the final third, shook. And his wing back.
Bro, listen, I still think Ahmad will be a good wing back, man. I just think for me, people are
like, you're mad as well. How's man like finesse you, like, brother? You remember, like, remember them goals,
bro? I just think we're looking at it, bro.
But why side? You've got an exciting young player that sits people down. Man has shook to get him. You've nicknamed him Amadinho. What's your Amadinho doing that flipping right back? Are you all right?
Because he could do a job, innit? He could do a job. You know what I mean?
Man, listen, let me tell you something though, bro. I'm seeing Munoz here play for Palace here, and he's like a winger, bro. And I'm sorry, man. Like, it's a perception, Mandem. Like, we're just seeing it under Amorim.
Nah, but it's the way it's set up, though, and also
that's what I'm saying to you, though.
It's the way it's set up. Glasner lets his wingbacks actually impact the game. Our wingbacks don't impact the game. They don't.
But is that down to Ahmad being at right wing back, or is that down to the system?
It's down to the system, but the fact that we're allowing him to do this to Ahmad, it's our fault, bruv, because we should be booing this guy out the stadium, bro. Like, this is the reality.
I hear that.
Bro, I was doing the mental gymnastics at the beginning to try and justify, give Ahmad a chance at wing back, let the manager cook. Bro, bruv, why is Ahmad at wing back?
Why is he on wing back? That's what I'm saying. That's mental gymnastics.
You look at Ahmad as our best player, and man put him at a wing back, and we allowed it, bro. We should never allowed it. We shouldn't even have tried to rationalize it, bro. It was. You want
to play Dalot there, though. That's the thing, though. I'd rather Ahmad play there than.
I feel like I disagree with this, man. And the only reason why is Rants, because when this system works, it has the wing backs.
When does it work? When?
It doesn't even work on FIFA, bro.
I said when the system works, he's crying for a
why Saeed left? Because what I said, Saeed, come back, bro.
It don't even work on FIFA, I'll be honest. You know, it don't work, bro. It don't work.
What is that? Nah, don't do that to me, Saeed. Don't do this. So, Rand,
when am I gonna be a millionaire, bro? When?
Inshallah, soon. Don't worry about that. Coming.
Not now. In the next, you know what I'm saying. But go ahead.
We don't need everything in this life now, and we've been waiting for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues.
Brother, this is school. I want it now. Don't tell me about no next life for my football team. You know.
Nah, but Musa, look.
This is school.
Listen, we've just seen Liverpool do a madness in the flipping market. We're not gonna be able to deliver now. We've seen City consistently.
We can, man. We got decent players, bro.
You
know it is.
We've got players. We've got good players. It's a thing of we need midfielders that are going to be able to carry out what this madman wants. And he wants.
That's the thing, though. That's the gymnastics. Why do we have to carry out anything this madman wants? Just sack him.
Okay.
Sack him.
Well, this is going to be.
Don't you just miss the four at the back?
Never short manager
the
again.
four at the back,
and then the next manager gets 3 months.
Three up top. Simple. No, Marcel, not hearing it no more, bro. I've been silent for a while, but big up the Mandem firstly. Big up,
Yeah, big up the Mandem.
Big up.
Obviously, big up the chat. But look, moving forward, just going into Sunday and the rest of the season, why doesn't this manager just switch things up? There's nothing wrong. If anything, I'll rate him more. I will respect him more. If he was to switch it up, I'll respect him more. The guy is not experimenting with the players that he has. He's experimenting with his system and it's not working, bro. How many games have you had for this to work? Now, hypothetically speaking, we go into Sunday now. We win that game, 2-1, scumbag it. United fans, we think we're back. The tide's changing. And then we get a slap dash probably from a Chelsea or maybe do well against Chelsea. You know, they're going to bring up stats. Oh, we won 2 games in a row. United are on their way back. And then everything comes crumbling down when you're playing against a defensive block. Now, Marcel made a point earlier. You don't think that Sesko should start this game and Xerxes should start. In my opinion, you know, just analysing that Grimsby game, there was a lot of curved runs that Sesko made in behind the defense, in that space that was there. And there was no one there to pull that trigger. And that's where, do you know what? Probably you might need a Bruno to just try something there. But he weren't on the pitch at the time and play that ball into space. I feel like against that high line, that City back four is fragile as well. You play someone like Sesko, make him build his confidence, get him some chances against City. If he bags, and that's how he builds his momentum. He's a striker. He needs momentum, bro. Yeah. And I was on the phone the other day to someone, a baller, and we was talking about match fitness, and it's so different from any type of fitness for any baller. And this comes down to even Kobe Mainoo's situation. He is not going to, you know, thrive in his role, grow in his role, if he does not get those minutes on the pitch. How on earth is he even gonna, you know, kind of grow in the system where he hasn't played, where he has to be isolated in midfield, where he likes to play the game at his rhythm. People like to say, well, he don't play in a hurry. He plays in his rhythm for one, and two, he can actually change up the tempo, because I can see him. I've seen him get snappy. I've seen him do one-touch bounce passes when he's ready. He's more with the mood swing of the game. But you're not going to see the best of players like Kobe if you're bringing him on for half an hour. It's not going to work. The characteristics that he has on a football pitch, it's not going to work. You're not going to see him affect the football game. It's kind of obvious what Amorim's going to do this Sunday. He's going to be pragmatic, probably Casemiro and Ugarte, Bruno in the 10 with Mbeumo, and maybe Xerxes. Xerxes had a decent game against Burnley, so maybe Xerxes. But I feel like he should go and hurt City. I think City are a wounded animal. It doesn't matter that we're in darkness at the moment. They're a wounded animal. Like, now we go and pounce on the parade, bro. Like, it's as simple as that type of thing.
You just gotta be brave, because defensively they're vulnerable
on the front foot, bro. Exactly.
Yeah.
If we play on the front foot, obviously, as I said, direct passes, man. Play Sesko. That guy moves. He moves, and he moves like a traditional number 9. I've seen him arc his runs at least 6-7 times and was not found against Grimsby. And when he did have chances, kind of created the chances for himself. Yeah. So, like, he's willing to do something. You can see there's something there. Just give these players minute, man. Allow them to apply themselves, man. Bun the mount thing and that, bro. I'm not even trying to hear it.
I think Tom's injured now anyway, so he's taking himself out of their contention, which is what we needed, to be honest, because he would have played.
Just to go back on the Ahmad and then Bruno like link up, obviously you're saying that Ahmad's not going to be a right wing back, but I believe Mbeumo's got that right 10 locked in for me personally. I prefer him there anyway. So
he hasn't, Saeed. He hasn't.
I think he has. I think for me,
you're saying this on the basis of what? Like, cool. If it's a 10 game run, for an example, and Bruno's numbers wasn't right, and Ahmad was on the bench, and every time Ahmad plays. That's what I'm saying. And every time Ahmad came off the bench, he would impact the game and score. He would then end up starting one of the next games, and if he done well, he will start the next game and start. I just feel like we see the top teams, whether it's going to be Liverpool, whether it's going to be City, they have multiple players in those positions that can come on and hurt a team. And I feel like I'm not fussed either or if we're winning and we're playing good football. When we're not is when we're going to start trying to fit players in and trying to make things happen. I just watched Ivory Coast's last game with Ahmad. He was playing left wing in a front three, and he was just putting bare crosses in and beating his man on the outside, like comfortably. No trying to cut in every minute. He was just comfortably just taking it on the outside, putting crosses in. And I was thinking, hold on, you know what? It's mad. We don't even put left-footed players on the left wing anymore.
Well, Musa, it's self-explanatory. I feel like this wing-back thing is killing us, bro. Like, just trying to fulfill this wing-back thing.
In what way? What way do you mean? What way?
Well, we don't have to play. Think about it. We all want Ahmad to play in the 10. So who else is going to play wing-back? Dallo.
Yeah, true.
Well, it's not going to work. Now, if you look at Dorgu, with all due respect, because his end product is so, I wouldn't even say 50-50. I would say probably 30-70. Because his end product is wishy-washy. Him going forward, he's not really a threat. He's an engine, but he's not really a threat. I feel like we're killing ourselves doing this wing-back thing. I feel like if we played like a 3 up top, we've got players to utilize a 3 up top.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like Dallo and Dorgu are better fullbacks than they are wingbacks. Yeah. Because again, you won't see their attacking frailties, innit? And defensively, they are better than they are attackers. So it makes so much sense. Plus, you got Luke Shaw, you got Mazraoui, who are also like good right backs and left backs. This system does not work for the players that we have in it. I mean, if we had a better manager who could probably utilize the system well, then maybe it would look better. But relying solely on these players' ability, no, it just doesn't work, bro. It's killing us, man.
This is the thing, though, man. It's like obviously when we do end up, if the manager obviously gets sacked and whatnot, like the next obviously kind of formation that everyone's kind of cool with is a 4-3-3. You know what I mean? That's probably what this team is better suited to in that regard. Even when you want to put Bruno in there, at least in the 10 role, he's got a fixed position in it. He's not going to play in no other role in it. So it's you know, it is like it's a lot of square pegs and round holes, man, with this team, bro. We can't play that guy because that guy's not suited to that role. But really and truly, like, is the formation so good that you've got to put other man out of their position? That's where I'm kind of looking at Ineos and thinking, rah, man. That man believe like these players should be playing here, and you're not seeing the best out of these players. Like, why are you not seeing the best out of these players? Why is that? That's what I would want to know. That, you know, if I'm looking at thinking, yo, man, we put all these players on, we're not really seeing the best out of them.
But in this system, it's hard for Mavericks to shine, bro. Like, it's hard for Mavericks because they can't even get the ball, my G. Like, you see in a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3. Everybody has to work in sync, bro. Everyone needs to know what they're doing, their next pass, the next defensive move. You got to be in, like, you got to be able to cover each other's spaces, bro. How many times is the right centre back gonna either step into midfield or wing back, etc., vice versa, bro? At United, it just doesn't work, and it looks too complex for them sometimes, bro. 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. Be compact without the ball, expand with the ball, bro. Like, it's as simple as that. Get some you can have some overlapping fullbacks. There's nothing wrong with that. But more or less, when you have a 3 in midfield and a 3 up top, you still have more attackers when you have the ball in the second and final third, bro. In this system, you'll have someone like Cunha receive the ball in the second third. Who's in front of him? Who's
that's another one as well, man. There's not many ahead of him.
We're relying on him to go on solo runs or solo symphony, bro. Like, it's a joke. that's all we're relying on, bro. It's a joke.
Yeah, that's true. Or Mbuemo carrying the ball. Have you seen how many times? This is why I said Mbuemo is effective in this system, because he's allowed to carry the ball. But even then, he'll look a bit lost in a game at Man City where you carry the ball to where, man? You need help around you, man. You need structure. It gets
to a point where he's doing the Marcus Rashford sometimes, bro. I see him relying on the ricochets. He's just running into the traffic. And he's
still relying on ricochets is mad. I'm telling you.
I hear it.
Bro, cage football. It's mental,
100%.
This is why, like, listen, I
will rate the manager, innit?
This is why, Mandem, I got love for Mandem that rely on ricochets and that, but this is why I'm always going to choose an Ahmad type of player that's on combinations that can move the ball. I'm always Mandem. I'm always going to choose a Kobe because I don't want too much ricochet stuff. And this is why. And Bumo's not a 10, you know. We can try to pretend all we want.
Yeah, he's not.
The brother's not. He can do a job. He's not a 10. He's not a 10.
He's
like a. You see, once upon a time, he would have been a Bormote, you know. Remember Bormote?
He was good.
He was decent because he was mad. But once upon a time, that's what he was at. Because I remember when he was terrorizing the league for a bit, and that's what it is. That man needs space to run into, and if they get that ball on their left foot, it's game, set, and match. But besides that, it's different. And I just feel like the 10. I think the 10 has lost what it was about and what we've known it to be in terms of the type of player, the type of profile that sits in a 10, like the Zertsky. And even though that's not him really, but I feel like Amrin's just made us believe bare things that's not true. He's made us believe that.
He's making us believe I'm Victor Moses, broski. You know what I'm saying? It's mental stuff, right?
Victor Moses, man. That's crazy. But the thing is with Amrin, though, he likes left-footed, like right wing backs. That's why he wanted to go for Quenda. You feel me? He likes right-footed.
Brother, you got to be the only coach in history that inverts wingbacks, bro. Like, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, bro. Like, it's like wingbacks are supposed to be there to make the pitch as wide as possible. Like, it's dumb, bro. They're meant to provide overlaps and width, but why would you want to overlap onto your weak foot, bro? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, when you actually break down the idea of it, it's like he's found something that in theory makes absolutely no sense and decided this is the way to go, bro. Like, it's foolishness, bro. How you got a right-footed left wing back and a left-footed right wing back? It's dumb, bro.
Yeah. And he's made everyone believe it with his poetry. Everyone's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that kind of, I know what you're saying, brother. I don't know what you're saying. It's fake, brother. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense.
I understand what he's trying to do, guys.
He's got him.
You believe it?
Players getting in each other's way, bro. If you've got inside 10, and then you've got a wide player cutting inside into the space that the 10's already in, bro, it's congestion, bro. It's foolishness. It makes no sense.
That's what it is.
You know them salespeople. You know them salespeople that are always outside, like overground stations and
the blue jackets.
Hey Marcel, if I was working as one of them brothers, I would love to find you, bro. I would love to find you, bro. I'm taking $2 out of your pocket within 2 minutes. Very gullible. What do you even believe in, bro? What are your eyes telling you?
I always give them good chat and then I tell them in a bit. So I know when
that's nasty. That's nasty. I just keep it. I say, listen, I'm too busy.
He's lying to you, bro. He's lying. Amorim's got him in a headlock, bro.
I always know the right time to exit. I've always known the right time to exit. So I haven't got no issue with that. And I know what I believe in. And that's why I've always stated my next option, my exit plan. You know, I've already stated, okay, this manager, that manager, Glasner, Iriola, if we need to go and pivot in a different direction, because nobody's bigger than the club, Tex. So I understand that, I have that always mind frame. No one's going to be here 100 years. We're going to be supporting this club for decades, our children. So I've always fought to that level. That's not an issue for me. But when I'm believing and I'm supporting a manager and I'm trying to understand his framework, his vision, I'm always trying to put myself in a position of what human being on the planet can do this role. With the current human beings that we have in this team, what characteristics do they have to affect the game in this way, that way, and next and third? That's why I was always saying Ahmad's the best right wing back in the world and that he can implement this system. That's why I understand this manager's system for me, first and foremost. And I watched a few games, 3 or 4 games of his last fixtures, just to get a better look at it for what it works at its highest level. Yes, in a lesser league, Tex, but for me, it's more of a thing of if you can upregulate it and get players in this Premier League that are of a good standard or higher standard, first, second, third, fourth standard, can they? We haven't seen many players compete 2 against 3 in the midfield, so that's always going to be an issue. That was always going to be a weak point for us. That's why I was very early calling out, and I think I was the first to say 3-5-2. Just humble yourself and put 3 in there.
But give me an example of this, like this system in full flow. Like
So
give me some moments.
Basically it's gonna have 4 players on the last line.
No. Give me some moments of what you've seen in the last 30 games. Like, give me some moments.
there's
of
not
this
there's not
system
gonna,
in full flow.
yeah, there's not gonna be much. There's not many moments right now because we
No, but
last
this is,
Why
I
do you
think
why
that's
do you
my
believe
issue,
in
bro.
something though? Why do you believe in something that hasn't been proven to work? Like it hasn't been proven. Like even when you look at Amorim's record, like people are talking about him like he's not Glasner, you know. He didn't just go win a European trophy somewhere else and come to England, you know. The brother won a league in a country that none of us rate, blood. Let's be honest, because Darwin Núñez was terrorizing that place, and he's a scrub. Do you know what I mean? He's came here and done nothing. And bro, I don't know if he's still at Liverpool or they sold him, bro. No one even knows where he is. No one cares. You know, like that. You know, but no one cares where Núñez is, bro.
Mad.
Like, did he leave?
I think so. I think he's gone Saudi or something.
Brother, no one cares. You know them way there. Like, bruv, nobody cares what Núñez did. Do you know what I'm saying? Look what Gyökeres done over there, and now look at him struggling now. You know what I'm saying? Brother, that league is insignificant. Do you know what I'm saying? And I got loads of Portuguese brethren, so bro, I respect you as people, but that league is trash.
Yeah,
And he's not no Unai Emery who's won bare Europa leagues. You know, he's not one of them, man. They're
He's
either.
not that.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big supporter. I'm a big believer in Manchester United. That's why
That's why they need to sack him.
when I put myself in a position of, you know, what is the best version of what this manager is trying to do, and I always try to put myself in that position for the current manager. So
Amorim hasn't showed us anything on the pitch, bro, and that's the issue. Now, if we hold on a second. So thus far, with the season, with last season, we had players that obviously were trying to adapt to the system. So you're not going to get many moments. There's not many periods, and I can't remember a lot of last season for what it is. So just to answer that question directly, but from this season, you can see certain patterns, and not in the forward line yet, because our striker's not fully fit. You know, all the pieces haven't really been put together, Tech. So I think it's throughout this season, like I said, if we're looking at January and that kind of time, he will get sacked if we don't see these moments and these types of plays. But what I can tell you within this system and the structure, you're meant to see, I said 4 players. I think it's meant to almost be 5, because you've got 2 10s and your striker, and then you've got your 2 wing backs. We need to see moments where our wing backs are pinning back the last line. That's like a key thing for me. That's when I know the system is working. That's when I know we're playing. It's a lot to do with our centre backs. Our 3 centre backs are meant to be like playmakers. They're meant to be able to carry the left side centre back, the right side centre back are meant to carry the ball and play passes into your 10s. And
but that's foolish though. Why would you ask centre backs to even do that? That's crazy. Do you know what I mean? That tells me the system is fuckery, bro.
30-yard driven pass.
Why are you asking centre backs to do midfielders' jobs? Why don't you just let the midfielders do it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's dumb.
Because we don't play for the midfield rants though. We don't play for the midfield rants though. That's why.
Yeah, but this is the point. I'm saying his whole system as a whole is trash, bro. Because he's asking players to do stuff that he shouldn't be asking them to do. And then on top of that, yeah, you look at the wing backs, yeah. The wing backs don't stretch the pitch, yeah. And you look at Dalot, for example. Dalot's movement off the ball is not the same as Ahmad's movement, which means there is no structure to the way we attack, bro. There isn't one. Like, remember when LVG was playing with the wing backs, yeah? And this brother had players like Darmian and that stretching the pitch. Like, as soon as we got on the ball, them guys were up there, and you could tell, yeah, that it was rehearsed, and these guys knew where to be, when to be there. Even if they didn't receive the ball, they were still there. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you watch Manchester United, and it's like Ahmad's doing one thing, Dalot's doing something completely different on the other side. So that means they're not even being coached to make the same run. So there is no method to the madness, bro. It's just numbers for numbers' sake, bro. Like, it's not good enough.
Yeah. I think it's funny when you said about the centre backs and the idea of it. I think back to Martinez playing that ball over the top to Ahmad. I think who was playing mostly right wing back against City, and he cuts across the pitch. When we're talking about how our first line, the centre back line, and the last line, the forward line with wing backs there, how it's meant to operate. It's meant to be able to bypass the midfield, get over the top of the opposition's defensive line. Those kind of cutting passes across the line into space. These kind of things are meant to work. And I remember even you, I think, Rance, talking about the behavior of wing backs from certain angles earlier on in his tenure, Ruben's tenure, the way it operates and the interchange. It's just
what it's supposed to do. It's obvious that they want to play from left centre back, right centre back, and they're clipping balls into the channel, into the wing backs. But the problem with that is, why do you expect centre backs to have the vision and the technicality of a regista? Like that's not even realistic. Like, how many fucking regista centre backs are you gonna find in world football that are just clipping these perfect passes? And then on top of that,
this is what I'm saying.
and then on top of that, our rest defense ain't even good. So when we lose the ball, man are running straight through us. It's not even like when we lose the ball, we're set up really to put pressure on the ball and win it back. We're not. When we lose the ball, we're vulnerable every time. So it's like, if you're going to play that direct football, you have to create a system to hem teams in when you lose it. Do you know what I mean? And we don't hem teams in. They just walk straight back out with the ball. This is the problem. I don't mind being direct if you can create that wall and keep them there. But we can't keep them there.
Yeah, this comes from like you know, centre backs, like I was saying, in terms of their playmaking ability, their ability to be greedy, to step up and cause pressure earlier on in their midfield line or in our midfield line, joining our midfield line to create that wall, a six that stays in a certain position. There's a lot of intricate details that need to take place that we
why
don't
though? Why? The question is why though? Why do we have to do all of that?
The reason that the answer to that question, Musa, is because that's humans have ideas and create things in their mind, and that's why, you know, they.
But you know what though, Marcel? Yeah, let me show you something, Marcel. Let me show you something though. You see this system, yeah? This system could be perfect, and Amorim could still fail. So we could watch United playing a brand of football which is good, but he can't get us over the line. So we're still happy with what's happening on the field. We're happy with the system, but we can turn around and say, you know what, he's not going to be the manager that's going to get us over the line. And when we bring in a new manager, none of us will be talking about we have to change the system because we'll be happy with it. But the fact that he's not the man and the system's failing is madness, because none of us wants to keep the system once Amorim's gone. Why? Because there's bare teams who are playing like a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. And when their manager gets sacked, no one's screaming like, you got to change it, you got to change it. They just know that that manager wasn't able to get the players to the next level, but they actually could play a certain style of football, which was okay within the system. But I just feel like as soon as we can't defend the system, that as soon as the manager gets sacked, you never want to see it again. So then what are we defending? The system has to be strong enough to kind of outlive the manager. The style of play has to be good enough that we're believing in it as an ethos for the whole club moving forward. So the academy players, everybody. But if we're not prepared to believe in this style of play or this system as an ethos for Man United, we're wasting our time.
I can agree with that. I think Wayne Rooney already mentioned the fact that I don't think we play it for our whole system, our whole football club. Is a big indictment on the club and the way that we're looking at things. I believe he mentioned that. So I agree with that in the sense of, and maybe we should be doing that to produce more players that understand this style. But for me, Ruben really needs to respect the league and just play a 3-5-2. I don't see a big issue with having 3 centre backs. I don't see a big issue with having wing backs. Is it something? Is it what we could? Because I remember Saeed showing us before the 4-3-3, and we put it up and we saw and that was when I said, listen, you guys are really making me think about what this manager really is and what he is for us, because you can see a 4-3-3 and it just looks way more crisp. It just
that's what I'm saying.
And you've got a killer bench.
Should be a way of playing football now.
So I understand what you lot are saying, but within what this manager is doing, I can see it working to a certain degree in my mind and how it can work. We don't have all the characteristics and all the ingredients for it though right now. Like we don't have the right.
The squad is ready, man. The squad is good, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm not looking at this squad thinking there are ingredients missing. Yeah, cool. We would all like a midfielder. But at the same time, bro, man can't be telling me if you put them.
There are capable players.
They're capable players, man. I'm sorry, man. We always keep saying, yo, guys, man, the squad's not ready yet. The squad's not ready yet. Bro, there's been.
Man, let me let you know that they're capable players. Like, if Crystal Palace, for like Adam Wharton goes out, they're still going to deliver, bro. Whoever steps in, stepping in. Don't just think that we're praising Wharton and as soon as he goes missing, they go missing. Brendan's been out. He's had moments out, but they're still going to turn up. So all of this, we got to have this midfielder. It will be nice, but guess what? We've got professionals who can deliver, who are capable. This is why we keep on saying it. When Ruud came in and he done the mid-block thing and he just compressed the midfield, all of a sudden Ugarte and Casemiro looked like they were comfortable. And we said this again. You give my man at Spurs, Casemiro or Ugarte in the middle of his park, we're not going to have the same complaints. Man was saying Pelini has done. Pelini's can't be coming back.
He plays a free though, Musa.
But I'm saying the way he plays it is similar to how we see Palace play it. They're compact. They don't just vacate the midfield.
Yeah, facts.
The spaces are small. The spaces are tight. And we're saying if you compact it up, everything changes. But he's not on that.
Marcel, I asked you a question earlier, yeah, and I said, what have you seen, or just name me some moments where you've seen this system in full flow. Now, I've heard you speak for about 22 minutes, and I heard zilch, nothing, no situations, not even 10 minutes of a game where you've seen the system in full flow. Now, my issue with that is when, for example, when Pep Guardiola first came into the league, he was trying to make players like Bakary Sagna, Clichy, Di Michaelis, and all of these man play his system, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
but guess what? You still saw players shine and improve in that system. The Fernandinhos of this world, the Sanes of this world, and the Raheem Sterlings of this world. Even Gabriel Jesus. Yeah. Now, they nearly finished outside the top 4. However, City still went and backed them. Him. He got his back 4. Boom. System, full flow, won the league. Disgusting. With Amorim, you have not seen one game where you're like, all right, cool. This player can't play the system. He's got to go. And that's because of so-and-so. Does that make sense? Or this player is shining in the system. We need to get this player to back him. There's none of that, bro. There's nothing. And he's had more than enough games, bro. He's been here for nearly a year, bro.
Let's go to this season. I think under the game against Fulham, we had moments. There was good plays in the first half. There was good plays where we had organized.
Bro, what, the Mavericks or goal kick straight onto Cunha's foot?
Nah, I'm talking Mason Mount combinations. in the first half. I'm talking about clear moments. So add that to the 22 minutes of zilch, please. Then against Arsenal, you can also add. Add
that was a left wing back into Bruno's feet, and that you think that's from a system, bro?
No, I'm talking about Mason Mount first time passes into Cunha, first time passes 1-2s and
first time
but that's got nothing to do. That's got nothing to do with coaching, by the way.
Are you telling me 2 minutes zilch?
No, it has because
no, it hasn't, bro. Because that's Mason.
A player don't coach you to pass a football, bro.
That's Mason. That's Mason Mount showing little bits of invention, in little areas, bro, and that's all it is, bro. Like even the Burnley game, bro, the goal we scored, bro, the keeper hoofed it up to Xerxes and he flicked it on to Dallo, bro. This is we played like we were Burnley, blood. That goal.
No, this is
bro. That's a football league goal, you know. That's fresh off. You get me? That's like the fourth tier of football goal, like that fucking long ball to the big striker, flick on to the overlapping run.
This is
that's trash, bro.
This is the deliberate positioning of the system.
This is rubbish. This is rubbish. If you think this is the system, you should be disgusted, bro. It's nasty.
That's where you guys are at, and that's okay. That's where you guys are at with it, because you're seeing the certain combinations between the three players in the forward line, the 2-10s, the way that they behave, the way that the passes go into the 2-10s, and then there's an option for early quick passes in the central areas of the football pitch from that box midfield and the striker, and you guys are not enjoying it because it's not breaking down backs or four. It's not causing overloads. It's not freeing.
It's not, bro. It's that Harry Redknapp. Like, get it up to Crouchy. You know what I mean? Flick it on the phone. It's fucking trash.
There's clear moments. There's clear moments where the two central midfielders have quick switches out wide into wing backs. There's a lot of moments of that against Arsenal.
They gave Amorim. They gave Amorim. About
there's a lot of moments of this.
Worth of attacking talent for man to be hoofing the ball up to Xerxes. Is that what we done?
It's deliberate. There's deliberate moments within.
Yeah, but it's deliberately trash, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. This is bad, bro.
If anyone's ever seen,
Fair play to Marcel though. Yeah, he hasn't brought up the table. You know, the stats table. He hasn't told us about the table, which is fair enough. That just shows you Marcel's a footballing man. He hasn't gone to stats. They say XG
Yeah,
and all
but
of that.
also,
I mean,
somebody
fair play to
told me
Master.
that we amassed the majority of that XG against Burnley, blood. So that
Yeah,
means
no,
the chart.
no,
that means
no.
the chat's fugazi anyway, because we done that all in one game.
This is what apparently United are basically on right now. It's the last 10 Premier League games, yeah. Excluding penalties, though, this is what they're showing us. So goals 9, shots 165.
Saeed, you know what that
conversion.
tells you? You know what the shot stat tells you? Because think about it, yeah. If we've had the most shots, yeah, and we ain't scoring goals, yeah, and keepers aren't making saves, that means we're not getting in goal scoring. We're shooting from positions that are not goal scoring positions. They're low percentage shots, blood. They're horrible shots. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, yeah, we was relying on own goals to get goals. Like Mbumo's goal, I think was the first goal that we scored by a Man United player.
Open play, yeah.
That's what I mean. So that means what are all these shots for?
Yeah.
Like, where we
You
shooting?
remember as well, these include, remember we had Bournemouth, I think they had a red card, and I think Aston Villa had a red card as well. So some of these are included in games where, you know what I mean, like we had 10 men as well. So that's
and
why.
Also shots faced second. That means we're getting run through, blood.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. That's also
so what's
that's
changed?
crazy.
Second
How
in
many
the
games?
I Mandem. Wait, hold on. The shots conversion 5.5%, bro.
But
Yeah,
that tells
crazy,
you that they're low. That shows you that they're low percentage chances that man are creating. They're rubbish.
Low percentage chances. Yeah.
That is insanity.
Yeah.
And defensively, again, proves, bro, we're more wide open than Bonnie Plin. Like, it's mental.
That's the-
That's crazy.
What's
What's that mean?
bad.
Opposition SCR. What's that? What's opposition SCR?
It doesn't really
know.
matter, bro. All them stats, yeah. If you dissect the stats the right way, if we're having loads of shots, yeah, and our conversion rate's low, yeah, and it's not because man are making bare saves, and it's not because man are missing from 3 yards out. It's because man are shooting from places that are like we're not really creating chances. Man are shooting, but they're not chances. The ball's dropping to Bruno and he's just clarting it, or it drops to Ahmad and he's just clarting it. Do you know what I'm saying? We're passing the ball around and we get to the edge of the box and say, fuck it. Let's have a go. Like
That's what I was gonna say. What does a Man United goal look like under Amorim? What's his ideal goal?
We don't know.
We'll
just take anything, bro. Like, I'll be honest. We'll just take anything.
I know you got something to say, bro. I know you know his goal, bro. You probably chat to him on the phone after this.
So
yeah,
it's to do with combinations in the center of the pitch for me. The center of the pitch for me. So something to do with the 10s, getting the ball, slipping the pass through the lines to striker, or the wide players. I know you was talking about inverted 10s, Rants, and it doesn't make sense, but you know that Mahrez pass that he always used to play. He's trying to play it further down. He's doing a never pass down the line almost, but on the inside of the pitch from an inverted runner. It's gonna be like an Ahmad pass into a run further to the byline and then a cut back into the striker.
No, ideally, yes, but we've never scored a goal like that. This is the problem. I understand about the underlapping runs. I understand the underlapping runs, yeah, and then the wide player clipping the ball down the outside and that, and the runs, it's the underlap. I understand that. However, we don't see underlaps in this system. We see underlapping from centre back. That's what we see, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't see those chances falling to In Bruno. They fall to Delete. Do you understand what I'm saying? We see Delete and Lenny Euro getting into the box, yeah, doing the runs that the 10 should be doing. Like, bro, it's a shambles.
And if I remember correctly, at Sporting, the top assist was the left wing back.
So that's like the goal group. Some good runs in there, and then you had fucking, I swear, Quenda on that side or something.
So that's what I'm saying. So if that's what we're meant to be getting, it shows you that his 10s are not even there to assist. They're there to score goals, and it's not really happening. His 6 and 8 is not really also there to run the game.
They're like wingers.
Yeah, so it's just like, he's just doing too much too soon. And I think we forgot, Mandem. When he first came to the club last season, does man forget how many subs he used to make in a game? He never had a set team. He used to just bring this man on, bring that man. And man thought, he's trying to figure it out, but even that crippled him because he didn't have a set group of players that he was running with. And this is when you see Ahmad in a 10, then he's in wing back, Then he's in a 10 next game. He just kept on like he never like set on a team and players in certain positions, and it's gone all the way through to this season. And like we're seeing it again with from nowhere. Like I said, he's just on this Mount's my number 10 now. Well, there was no sign of that. Where did that come from?
Bro, you know what it is?
He's
I don't know.
still substituting centre halves, bro, every single game. Like
Yeah,
it's in
2 centre backs.
Bible.
That's his go-to thing.
Man's going Grimsby, and you're playing 5 at the back against Grimsby, brother.
It makes
What
him
are
out
you
left
doing?
wing back. Crazy what?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
he
man,
looked
that-
so out of shape. Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
those ones.
yeah.
You know, when you just say bless him. Yeah, bless him.
Yeah.
He looked lost. He looked lost, bro.
Yeah, that's why for me, this is a huge period now. You get me? Like in these next 4 games, innit? You know what I'm saying to you? If he beats, I reckon if he gets 4 points out of 6 against Man City and Chelsea, I think he'll stay till October at least minimum international break, and then I don't know if they'll review it. You get me? But my thing is,
If we lose the City game side, it's a long week because we're going to be pissed off, and then we're going to be talking about the Chelsea game.
Man. You can't lose on Derby Day. That's a long week, man.
If we lose that game, we're not even going to get time to settle because we're going to get bantered and then straight into Chelsea. We're going to be warming up for them.
You know what? Let me ask you a question here. Do you reckon Pep Guardiola finds he finds a weakness in our midfield? They've got Reinders.
He's not losing 3 in a row, Saeed. You're mad. I don't know why, man.
Anyone compacts a midfield.
What do you reckon they do? What do you reckon they do?
Guardiola,
You
bro.
reckon they play Bernardo, Rodri, and Reinders, and they just?
I believe they call our bluff, side. I think they call our bluff. They let us huff and puff, and we can't flip in, put the ball in the back of the net. They get into their rhythm and they just score goals because that's what they do. They score goals.
They've been struggling, man. They beat a sorry Wolves, man. That's the only win this season, man. Them
But how do they beat them? How do they beat them, though? How do they beat them?
I'll be honest with you, man. The one mistake. There was one.
How many goals? How many goals did they score against Wolves?
4. They scored 4 goals.
That's what I'm saying. We're not scoring 4 goals.
Yeah, but I hear you. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, if you look at the actual game, it wasn't really a 4-0 game, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
What it tells you is what we've just saw with our stats. If they make it happen, they will convert the goals.
Yeah.
They're going to convert. If you give them a chance, it's getting converted. It's not none of this, shoulda, coulda, what. No, they're going to convert.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, Musa. It's just Ruben's played against Pep before, and he's won. He's won at the City ground before. He's won.
Yeah.
And then against Pep, he's done well as well. And then I'm pretty sure Brighton deployed, or a lot of their goals were on transition. City, which we are good at, Musa. And then a lot of Spurs' goals, or the way that they suffocated City, was through the high press. We've got those.
No, you know what? One of the things I'll say to you, one of the things I'll say about City is that the teams that beat them, the midfielders played a pivotal part to them actually winning that game. We just don't have the midfield. Like, it's not just it's just a break. It's how the midfield react to when they get the ball on those breaks. How they even play the game. I just feel like our midfield is not gonna give us the same freedom that we want.
Yeah, to beat City, you have to disrupt their rhythm, innit? Because they like to get their foot on the ball and they like to play a certain way. You have to hurry them. You know what I mean? You have to hurry them.
We give them time in the middle of the park and they're popping it off and they're doing all of that relaxing and that Reinders, we let him get into. Is he injured?
Nah, he's not, I don't think.
So I'm saying we let them man there getting into the flow of the game and let them get comfortable and Haaland and them man. Brother, it's a long day.
If you let City play, what they do is they move the ball slowly and they slowly suffocate you. They bring their team further up. Before you know it, their centre backs on the edge of your box, blood, and you're just watching the metronome, blood. That's it. You don't need that. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to disrupt them early and stop them from being able to progress their team up the pitch because they all move up the pitch like that. As soon as their centre backs get on the halfway line, you're in trouble, bruv. Do you know what I mean? So
we will get chances, like you said, but we need to be clinical. If we're not clinical, it's just going to be missed chances.
That's used to kill them on the break, like quick transition, boom, clinical. Heung-min Son or something, you know what I mean? On the break,
us, Rashi, Martial,
bro. And James and them man there stressing them out. Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, it's the way to do it.
Yeah, like I said to you, no Mamouche, no Turkey. So it's gonna be Doku and like, but we can't get cooked by Doku and them.
No,
man.
we
You know
can't,
what
we can't get
You know
cooked
what I'm
by
saying?
Foden in a high
I mean? You know what
top.
I'm
Like,
saying?
I get
Yo.
cooked by Foden in a high top, bro. No chance.
Actually, them are good footballers, though. I'm not going to disrespect them. They're good footballers, guys. They are.
Of course. He's off form, though. Phil Foden has not been in form for a while.
But he loves this game, though. Think about the amount of goals he scored against United. I don't know why he loves the derby, man.
Yeah, but he's not. He's injured though. That's what I'm saying, man. This is our moment, man. To really punish this team, bro, man. I believe we're gonna win, man. Like, I'm not gonna be arrogant and say.
I just don't see City losing 3 in a row, Saeed. I'm sorry. I think Pep's gonna give them. I'm looking at there's 2 teams that's got 2 managers.
3 in a row, though. That's where my thinking is.
And this is what I'm saying. And I don't see them doing it. I feel like they've got a manager that's going to give them a pep talk, and we've got our manager. Who's going to give the best talk? Who's going to be the most inspirational manager for their team? Is it going to be our manager that's going to get our boys to do the right thing, or is it going to be him that this is United? They're not that good. Let's get back on winning ways. Let's get the win. I just don't know, man. I'm just not as confident because I saw City have a bad season last year and still finish comfortably. They couldn't even. They were even there to finish third. Or where did they finish? Third, right?
Yeah. They finished third last year.
They nearly even got the second position after such a bad season. So for me, I know they have the capability of turning up and playing very good football and just winning the game. So I'm not gonna get excited.
We've got it as well, bro. We got it as well. And do you know what? Look, we're United fans at the end of the day, man. We always anticipate this fixture, guys, especially at the Etihad, the away limbs. You love it, bro. Like, you love it, innit? So
man just gotta be
regardless
ready,
of the managerial situation, exactly. Regardless of the managerial situation, guys, obviously we need to back our squad, innit? So hopefully we get the 3 points. Hopefully we get the 3 points. We'll see what squad he puts out. And for me, I don't know if this is the same for you guys, man. Obviously, chat, get involved. It's like, does the starting 11 sometimes just dim your morale? Like,
bro, it dims everyone, man.
It killed, bro. I was anticipating my whole weekend, and it's on a Sunday. Last game, bro. Man's having Sunday with the game. You know what? I'm having Sunday with the game. I want to see a good lineup. I want to look.
It's one game a week, bro. It's almost like you're waiting for that big day, bro. And then you know what I mean? You're not even got your shirt and tie on, bro. Man, and saying, yo, this is your big day. You feel me?
See me, I'm in denial, man. I'm in denial. I still can't believe there's a Champions League with a new format and we're yet to have our name in the draw. I'm in denial, man. I can't believe that. Forget about anything else, man. And I see Spurs with some meaty group.
Meaty group, bro. I couldn't believe it. This is what I'm saying, bro. But this is what I'm trying to say, man.
For a while, man.
United
I can't get over it. I can't get over it. You know, every time I think I'm over it, something comes back. And I just see the light. I see Spurs.
I'm not accepting anything below 5th, bro. I told people, man. United must
get need Champions League football next season. Champions League football is by hook or crook. We need Champions League football next season. We need to be in there, man. And if we want to attract good players, attract anything, we need to be in there. Don't believe the hype. We didn't get no big players this season. As much as we think we did, we didn't.
Even the Europa League next year, Mandem, like
wait, bro, you
Mandem. Let me ask you a question.
I know earlier you said we did Musa, bro, on a couple of shows before. You said Cunha and Mbeumo are big signings, bro.
No, they're good signings, man. I'm not going to say they're not, but they still haven't finished past top 8, top 7 in the league. They haven't done that. They haven't played for a team like as good as they've done. And I'm not going to say that they're crap or they're bad players. They haven't been in a team that's been in a top 4. They haven't come from a Chelsea. They haven't come from a, I don't know, even if it's like an AC or Napoli, we've got them from where we've got them respectfully, and they're good players. I'm not going to say they're not. But it's like, it's like Kudus going to Spurs. He's a good player, but is he like a top player where we're going to say, Kudus is in him? You know what I mean? And I just feel like even... Go on.
You know what I was going to say? Just talk on like, even the Europa League next year, bro. I swear that even that, man, it's not. Because we've been to the final, bro. So what are you trying to prove, innit? You feel me? Like, you're going to a final just to get back in the Champions League. Like, it's really and truly like Champions League football. Like, I don't know, Massa. I don't know if you're kind of like agree with me here or you're kind of saying trust the process regardless. I don't know what you're trying to do here. But for me, it's like anything other than Champions League football, it should be a disappointment to everyone, man. Man can't be
Big
saying,
time.
like, but you know what, man? That's still progress in that, bro. Like this year, what happened to Newcastle with you know what I mean? Like with the way things are going this year, bro. Like with 1 game a week, with the upgrade of quality, I don't really understand why nobody should be looking at 5th as a bare minimum for this Man United team. I really don't get it.
No,
I really don't get it.
No, I understand what you're saying. I mean, Liverpool went to another level though in the window. You know, City went and got players again, and I think Pep
Have Liverpool gone to another level? Have they?
No, they have to be fair. I'll give Liverpool.
Yeah, cool side. They've gone to another level. But did you watch that game against Newcastle?
No, they're playing rubbish.
Bro.
No, they're playing rubbish. Yes, no, they're playing rubbish, Musa. Yes, but they've
find a way to win.
Isak. This has locked you in now for you're going to be competitive for a little while with them 2 players on your team. So
No, they're a good team. They're good. I'm not saying that they've made good signings and stuff like that. But it's like, for me, I haven't seen a team terrorize the league the way I saw Pep's Man City season after season. Like, well, what did they win? 3 in a row?
4.
Or was it 4? I haven't seen anyone put a strangle on the league like that. And I never thought I'd see the day come and they have a season like they did last year. I thought it was impossible. And I haven't seen Liverpool's team hit that high. Like even last year when Liverpool run away with the league and they won it, it still wasn't a team where I felt like you couldn't beat them or you couldn't, get points off them. I always feel like everyone else ain't just, playing at that level yet. But it wasn't the way Pep's team. It was like they beat you in the tunnel, man. It was long. It was finished. And I haven't seen that from this Liverpool team. So I just feel like with everything else that's going on in the league, opportunities that are going to arise for United to break into that top 4. We have to take it.
There's a fear factor. You don't think there's a fear factor against Liverpool? I disagree, because when I see that fixture in the last 2 to 3 years, bro, I've not been looking forward to it. I'm not
even looking at it from a fear factor standpoint. I'm just saying, even
you know why? It's the players Liverpool's got. I don't think they've got any players that make anyone shook.
Let's not say that they're gonna have a strangle on the Premier League for 3-4 years.
Like you see Gakpo in the tunnel.
This Premier League, they've still got a Mo Salah and a Virgil who've won.
Mo Salah is the only one. Even Virgil, Martial had my man. Martial, remember when Martial pulled his hamstring and he was giving him the something on the pitch when he was at Southampton?
For me, they're the team. They are a team that look like they can finish 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. City, with the manager at the helm, look like they're a team that could finish 1st, 2nd, 3rd. That's already 2 positions gone, Musa. So you're competing against, maybe Chelsea crumble. We don't know yet. So maybe they do crumble. And they did kind of last season. So potentially they could. But then you're looking at Newcastle trying to compete with them. Maybe Spurs crumble, but I've just named bare.
You know what makes you crumble? You know what makes you crumble? You know what makes people crumble though?
Crap team Arsenal.
What makes people crumble though as well, though, Marcel, is that when you're in a race and the brother you thought weren't gonna run fast, you look over your shoulder and he's still there. Just still being there makes you feel like it's on. But the fact they look over and we're not there, we're nowhere to be seen. That's why they're not crumbling. If we're thereabouts and we're playing football, we're gonna call somebody's bluff. Somebody's gonna just break. But we need to be there. The problem is we're not there, man. We're just listen. If we finish outside the top 6, I'm gonna say it again. It's no longer a blip and it's full. Man United are a mid-table club. I can't defend it anywhere on any platform. A team that finishes outside the top 7 in 3 years in a row, and man say we're not a mid-table team. We're a mid-table team.
We are, and I think the way we're acting as well from upstairs, of course we are. Because look at Nottingham. Nottingham had a good finish last season with Nuno. They haven't finished like that.
They might come back now, by the way, with
possible. They go and get Ange. They go sack Nuno and they go and get Ange. It's simple. Yo, look, it's not working no more. Even though last season you gave us some great moments, it's switched up now, bro. The weather's changed, my G. You understand? Jacket strips, cold outside, back to the streets. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
I'm not scared of that statement, Musa. I'm not scared of that statement. I'm not scared of that statement, Musa, because Ten Hag had already told us it was going to be difficult to reach top 4 last season. and football heritage from Mourinho told us that we'd always been finished. But I'd always believed that if you had stuck with a manager and upgraded the quality of his players and the characteristics of the players, then we would slowly build back to top 4 and number 1 and 2 spots and Champions League football. And I wanted to go down that route of development. It looks like we've gone down the route of sack and hope for the best. So whichever way that
what's
we
mad
do
though,
it's about
Marcel?
figuring out how to stay at the top.
But look at the Newcastle thing. When before Eddie Howe went in there, yeah, they were what? They're down there at the bottom. Where were they? 17th before he went in that season. They had a bad season. They had a bad season. They got bought out. They bought him in. They've never looked back. It wasn't a 2-3 year thing. My man started putting in work straight away. They went and bought the players. They had a similar window to what we've had under Ineos. But the manager made things happen. It wasn't like, we got to wait 3 years. It was year 1, year 2, year 3, progression on progression and on style of play. Why is it always Man United? We have to give a whole season out the window before we can see progression. Every other team gets to see it straight away.
No, the demand at Manchester United Football Club and the predicament and the premise of how we judge managers even is completely different. I mean, Ten Hag.
Yeah, because we don't hold them to a big enough standard. We give them time where really and truly it's evidence shown on the football pitch, and what you see with your eyes should determine whether a manager should keep his job or not. But we don't do that as well. So you can say it's that way as well, but it's also our fan base are very soft towards managers. We are. Let's be honest. We keep them longer than they should be. We don't really see the signs. That should really come from Ineos, really. It should have come from fans. But
I don't know. Let's just input that into Musa's mind frame then, because has Eddie Howe been kept too long than what he should have been? Depending on
he's done a job. He's done an absolute madness job from where they were.
That's why I'm saying the premise and just the pressure, everything is 10, 20, 30, 40 fold at Manchester United because.
No, but I'm just saying. Remember, we've got something wrong, Marcel.
2 seasons in a row trophies like Ten Hag did. It would maybe.
No, but we've got some things wrong. Ten Hag should have went after the FA Cup. Ten Hag came in, said he was going to play a certain style of football. He tried it for 3 games in the first season. He got slapped up, and he said, and he reverted to something different just to get by. He won the Carabao Cup that season, and he went into the FA Cup final. Season 2, he was meant to implement his football. He still couldn't do it. It was too much, but he still won an FA Cup. That's when you say, we brought you in 2 years ago to play a certain type of football. You haven't been able to do that. You've won 2 trophies. See you later. All this keeping him to the 3rd season is what's got us to where we are now. And this is why I feel like it's kind of, unless you get an interim in, you can't. I just feel like Ineos have done something mad. They've kept Eric Ten Hag on longer than they should have, and then they brought Amorim in around October times November. If they do the same with the next manager, they're just repeating the same mistake they made before. So it's going to be difficult. So it's like we need to get to the summer. And this is why I'm begging that Amorim somehow pulls it out and gets us top 4, top 5. And then we just sack him. We don't renew his contract. We let him go. But I'm just hoping somehow some individual brilliance from the players. He actually picks the right 11. I'm not like, if he picks a good 11 and we start getting individual brilliance and we're winning the game, not pretty, but we're there or thereabouts, I'm happy to see out the season and then sack him at the end. But if it gets to the point where it's untenable and it's just madness, then cool, we have to let him go. But I don't want to be in the same boat as we before, and we're sacking managers trying to get a next one halfway through the season, because then it's another manager. He hasn't had a pre-season. He hasn't had 1 or 2 players to add to the squad, and it's just long.
So you're happy to keep the manager?
I'm happy because I would love Amorim to just pick the right team and let them get us the wins, individual brilliance. I would love it. I would love it to be more compact, like you were saying, with a 3-5-2, where he's just defending and we're counter-attacking. And we know that it's not something we can sustain for a long period of time, but we just sneak our way into the top 4, top 5, and then we sack him. I'm happy because I'm not on this madness if we don't have to do it, because it will be a madness.
But the thing is, the manager has said, though, that he wants this season because he feels like we're not ready for Champions League football. So
Mad manager.
Maybe that he's kind of coalesced in enough to say, yo, listen, guys, I need this season off. and then next year I'm ready for the Champions League. So maybe they might keep him for the season. Yeah, I'm just giving you an example. Keep him for the season, let him get top 5 or whatever it is, Champions League football, and then judge him next season. I don't know. Personally, for me, that would be a risk, but that's where
I think
maybe
that's dead, bro. But
he's put it out there. He's put it out there. He's put things out
but
there, guys.
That's dead. And I don't mind backing managers for a while, bro. Like, I don't mind that. The only thing is when it's blatantly not working, like, and you can see him, he don't want to switch up. We're talking about football managers and coaches, bro. When something's blatantly not working and guys are willing to give you time, switch it up at least, man. That's where you people
you don't
will
respect that though. So
like Marcel, you will respect him more. Even you will respect him more. How many times have you said maybe a 3-5-2, etc.? Even though I want to see a 4 at the back, majority of the fan base want to see a 4 at the back. It's clear that everyone would respect this guy more if he was to switch it up. But where people are running out of patience, like myself, is where, bro, you're just doing the same thing again, and again, and it's like a toxic relationship. If you're with your girl, your bird, do you get what I'm saying, bro? If she's doing the same thing that you don't like, vice versa, bro, it's not going to work, bro. Like, just switch it up a bit. Switch it up. Show me your badges. Can we go for at the back? Can you improve players? Can you like make players stand out in their best positions? Bro, you love Bruno Fernandes. Cool, just play him in the 10 then and have 2 DMs behind him. You see in this league, the midfield is nearly everything. It's the nucleus, bro. Do you get it? What's a cell without its nucleus, bro? There's no function. You get it? Sort out the middle of the park first. Get everyone compact. Defensively, make sure you're good, nullify goals, nullify chances, and build from there. But I don't see that from this manager, bro. There's nothing personal against him, bro. If anything, he fits the character, bro. He's got the persona, the aura, whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. Aura. You see, if this manager was cooking, bro, you don't think I would be out there on roll like, this is my manager. No, he's not cooking, bro.
That's it.
You get my man turned up in the I told the man them, the streets are back.
Come on.
The streets are back. But then he showed me
the Montclair Mourinho.
Montclair,
bro. Real talk, man.
Yeah, Montclair, we were moving mad. I can't lie to you, man. Montclair and that, bro. We were.
Everyone was excited. Like, look, Amorim is a likable character. And like you're saying there, if he was winning and actually just giving us bare minimum, we would back him because there's no reason to. He's not a Ten Hag where my man's just moving mad. You know what I'm saying? Ten Hag was just glitching in interviews, brother. Just glitching on stage, like don't know what's going on with it. He's not that. The brother's got like I'm saying, some charisma. Like he can talk well. But brother, you're making us sort of mad now. You know what I'm saying?
Wrong. Right manager, wrong time. Do you reckon it's one of them?
Brother, he should never have took the job at the time he did. He should have finished off his season at Sporting, won his trophies, and come in the summer. This should be his 3rd game for United. It shouldn't be his 30th. It should be his 3rd game. And he flopped it. He took the job. He put himself in a position. Now he's got 30 games under his belt. And every other week is quitting. That's mad, brother. I'm quitting. Now I'm staying. Now I'm quitting. Brother, I've never seen it in my life.
And for him to come out in the interview and say, sometimes I change it up. You think I want my boss to see me say that publicly? That is mad. I don't want my boss to see that.
Mad. I don't want my boss to see that, That's crazy. That's crazy, man. But listen, I don't know, man. I think for me, it's one of them where, end of the day, we got to see where we go from here, man. And like I said, I'm going for a 2-1 Man United win. You feel me? I might even go for 3-1, but I want to keep it humble. 2-1 Mandem. What are you saying, Musa?
I think it's a 2-2 draw.
2-2. What are you saying, Marcel?
2-1 or 3-1 win. I'm going to go 2-1. 2-1 win.
Come on, man. Confidence. Texina, what are you saying?
Man, I'm always hopeful, man. Shameless. I think the PR in me is coming out, bro. So I'm going for the 2-1 as well. Scummy one.
2-1.
I just want something on the break, like
come on. We're gonna do this, man. We're gonna do this.
I just want to roll down like thunder, bro.
Manchester's gonna be red, fam.
Yeah, red.
Come on, man.
Red in the Etihad.
Red, brother. It's low, It's the hope, The hope is mad.
I can't be seen, bro. Moss side is blue right now. I'll be real with you, man. Them like Moss side is blue, so I can't be seen for a whole week. How can I not be seen for a whole week? But that's too much, man. You feel me?
A common pattern
Like,
in this game, though. Yeah, we always score first.
every game. They got me. They got. What's that?
I said a common factor in this game. Majority of the times, we always score first against City, especially at that Etihad.
Yeah, last year, to be fair, we conceded first, and then we came back.
Yeah, we came back. Apart from that, I think.
I mean,
bro,
if you lose this in 1 week, it's too much, man. 1 week is too much.
Brother, I can't handle it, man. Every time I post the United home, take me home, and then you know what? We lose. I can't post it again now. I'm just gonna keep quiet. No one ain't seeing me. I'm gonna be just at Canelo, my man this week though. Canelo Crawford is a mad one this week.
Yeah, boy, this weekend. But even if you look at even next weekend, Chelsea play Bayern Munich before they play us. So really and truly, we should be going 6 feet for 6. You know, when you deep it, man.
Brother, if Chelsea pepper, but if they pepper Bayern, they're coming to us with chest.
I know, but if they don't, then
so it's long. Trust me, sir. We need to be in competitions. We're going to be at home watching, man, in the biggest.
If we get 6 for 6, Marcel's he's gonna chip it to the saves again. Get Amorim a new Monklizzy.
Marcel might do a madness, man. He might start doing one of these. Oh, I deleted it. Yeah, I deleted it. Oh man, but yeah,
you're gonna have to do this. The
second half of the season, we're doing a title charge.
You might do that, Marcel. You know,
he's gonna do the one in the group chat. I point there when the guy said the post was there. I saw the post. I shot. The post saw me, and then the post. Did you see that one I posted? They're excuses. The man said I shot. I saw the post. The post saw me.
Yeah, man. It's mad. It could go 2 ways, you know, man. It could go that, yo, the season wasn't really a bad start, or the season is a bad start with one game live, bro. This is how crazy it is, you know. Or it could be 1 win in 6 or whatever. It's big, you know.
If we could pick up 5 points from the next 9. That will be a good. That's like what, a win and 2 draws. That will be not bad.
If we win, it will be 7 out of 12. Yeah, yeah.
That's bad. No, I'm saying the next 3 games that's available, the 9 points. If we can get like a draw, 2 draws and a win, what's that? 5 points from that 9?
Nah. I'm thinking 2 wins out of 9.
See me. I just don't want too many losses because because other teams are going to lose. We'll be there or thereabouts. We just can't hold too many because then you're asking for like 2 wins and a draw. But I think if we can get 2 draws and a win, especially with this manager, I'll be like, okay.
Remember, Musa, the 3 games are Liverpool. Oh, sorry, Liverpool's the 4th game is City, Chelsea, and Brentford.
And Brentford or Sunderland. I bet Sunderland there as well, somewhere in the middle.
Sunderland might be 4th. Yeah, it's the next 5 has got Liverpool, City, and Chelsea in there. And then
let me show you the next 5. I think
in the middle was Brentford and Sunderland.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we should pick up points. That's what you know. It is the games we think we're going to pick up is the ones that get us unstuck. But I'm just trying to go like every like blocks of 3.
Cut his hair, then, isn't it? Really and truly, like Mama could cut his hair
if we win.
Yeah, man. If that happens, you know what I mean. But that's the problem, though.
I'm just hoping we get blocks of 3. If we could, I'm just looking at the next 3 because we could draw City, draw Chelsea, and that's just 2 points from 6.
But what happens there?
Yeah, we can't be losing.
You can't write it off. Hey, Marcel, do you remember? And the last pod I was on, bro, I created a situation for you. Couple hours later, it manifested, bro. I said, imagine we go straight to pens and we get knocked out. What happens then, bro? And the next show you came and you said, that's fine. Less games in the season, more training. That is insane, bro. Don't you look forward to watching your club play?
Nah, like because I know that was the narrative, and I remember everyone saying, "What? So would you sack him?" And everyone was like, "Yeah, he should be gone." And I was like, "No, it's not a big issue. It's not a big issue. I'll still be supporting him, and I still carry that sentiment now. I still support him, as you lot can all tell. So it's not a bad thing. I believe in like the process and developing players and developing the system and getting and the weakest kind of the survival of the fittest, the weakest ones falling out of the squad. And I think throughout the season, or at least till January, February, we'll see who's not good enough. You were speaking to it, looking for those patterns of play, seeing who's not right for the system because these patterns are not manifesting. And for me, I think these first few games, of the season have shown us good spells, especially in the first half of games, where we've played well, we just haven't been converting our chances, and we're looking to more of that to happen. And I think, especially in the first half against the game against City, I'm looking for us to start fast and start well, and we have to convert our chances. Obviously, it's going to be difficult because, like everyone's alluded to, but we'll see what happens.
Listen. I think for me, mine is simple, man. Whoever comes into this job, even if it's Amorim or if it's the next manager, top 5. That's it. That's all I'm expecting, Mandem. I don't know who it is. I'm just saying, United top 5. I need to be back in the Champions League competing and doing it. That's what I'm saying.
Before we get to all this season,
I don't believe in this manager.
I was hopeful.
But if he turns it around and he gets us top 5, Kalas, that's it.
Yeah, and if Mandem want a manager to come in and not put the pressure of that he has to get a top 5, then it's the wrong manager. If you say, let's get this manager, but he can finish 6, it's the wrong one. We need a manager that we can put the pressure on top 5.
Yeah.
Then otherwise, we'll be sacking Amorim for no reason. You're better off the Marcel and just keeping him and just seeing if it magically works. But Marcel, I hope you understand my point of view. I hope you understand where I'm saying, look, I have not seen like anything that's very obvious on the eye where the system is effective and players play the system or players are thriving in the system. I hear your point about like Ahmad being one of the best backs in the world if he plays wing back, but he's just there to do a job, bro. That's a mad very crazy. When you do deep, it is very crazy. But to counteract that, I think even contradicting myself, you did mention a point. If Ahmad doesn't play there, who else does, isn't it? So the system, man, experiment, Amorim, experiment. I'm gonna be very
experiment, man.
And if
there you go, man.
Earn my respect in it. Like if he switches it up and uses, the best out of the players that we have, Dallo, he's a much better right back. I remember Dallo right back under Ten Hag's first season. He was one of the best right backs in the league.
He had a good season that season.
Back post clearances. His defensive positioning is what stood out. Hence why Wan-Bissaka was the one who got dropped. Because Wan-Bissaka was the one starting. Then it went into Dallo because of the defensive positioning. And he done very, very well, bro. It's the same thing with Mazraoui, man. He's a very good right back. This is the same reason why you, yourself, Marcel, like seeing players like Dallo and these men are right centre back, bro. Because they're better fullbacks. Imagine if your manager now just experimented. He would do much better. Like guys can say experiment and see, but that's what managers got to do in order to kind of find what works in the system. Pep Guardiola, he's even changed his thing up bare time. Man won the treble with 4 centre halves, bro, in a back 4. He won the treble with a 4 centre. No one thought that he could do that, but that's experimenting. When you see it works and he clicks, run with it. Simple as that, bro. I'll back my manager if he's doing that.
Yeah. Let me get these super chats in. Anthony got way more starts than Sancho, who was in and out on the right and on the left. Sancho never started 10 games in a row for United. Ante started 20 plus. We need to see Cuddy, Xerxes, and Boomer. That's the most balanced front 3. Bruno best 175 million. Igal's blood on my ears bleeding. King Solomon says, I respect everyone's opinion, but Rand's obsession with sacking managers is crazy. He got his players now. Give him time. You're better than this man. They got the paddle. Would you have taken Ange? Nah, not for me, Mandem. I don't know what you. Nah, not for me, bro. Black Wolf says Cape Verde 1 win away from qualifying for the World Cup. I'm still on that high. Blue Sharks would beat the Reggae Boys on God. Marcel should be my United manager who would win it all, says Beans on Toast. Big up Robert Dino says Salam Alaikum Musa Saiba Muslim brothers. Big up panel. This is the least confident I've ever been in our back line. It's slow and can crumble under a comeback. Inshallah City win, but good luck and free Palestine. See, man are shook, man. Man are shook, bro. These City fans are shook. I ain't gonna lie to you. Normally, I'm hearing a lot from Big Steve right now, but them man have got problems, bro. If we don't beat them now, yeah, I swear down, bro. Like it would be one of them where it's like we've had all of this hype, yeah, and it comes crashing down, bro. We've got to let them know, like once they lose 3 in a row, they might have the biggest humbling in a long while because they've been at the top, man. Them and rightly so, they've won 4 in a row, whatever. They've done their thing. But to lose 3 in a row and your third loss is against Man United, that would send shockwaves in the City fan base. It would almost be like a mini crisis for them, man. You know, that's what they're not used to this, bro. Losing 3 in a row and losing to Man United as well. So that's why it's so huge for Man United to seize the moment because they've done it to us. They've killed us when we're down. You see that, man? When we've been down, yeah, that man said, yo, 3-0 on your head top, bro. So why can't Man United go there and say, yo, you know what?
At that time, they were on top, no Diddy. That's the difference.
But the thing is, I'm not saying we're on top, yeah, but we've got better players now. So now do what you need to do. Don't be afraid. Start saying, yo, like do what you need to do, man. So let's see, man. Let's see. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap up here, man. What a show. Big up to the Mandem in the building. Musa, love for coming on as usual, man. Big up to you.
Always.
Match reaction, everything coming down. Let them know.
Yeah, Musa reacts. We're there. We've been dropping videos. I think I'm gonna drop one about the derby, most probably tomorrow. And that's it. Then just wait for the game and see how it goes, boy. I always give myself a day or two after the game because I'm always fuming. And if I jump in front of that camera, they're gonna do me like they done Ginger. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get done. They're gonna do me like they done Ginger. I'm not trying to get done like them, man. Still, it's ruthless out there. You know what I mean? You gotta be like what does Bowser say? You gotta be internet ready. You gotta be internet ready.
Real talk, bro. Some people don't know how to read the room, though. You know, some people just
mad out there. You gotta know what's going on, bro. Yeah, random know where to catch me. Musa react. Shout out to the panel as always.
Come on, man. Big up to you, man. Big up Tech Zeno as well on YouTube, TikTok. Let them know, man.
Big up the Mandem, big up Saeed as well. Apologies for being late, bro. I was driving around all day around like Birmingham, Midland sort of sides, innit? So my apologies for that. However, Mandem, keep showing love obviously on the TikTok and the Insta as well, man. Just trying to put out new series and stuff on there. Obviously, just due to kind of limited time. The YouTube's not really kicking off yet, so obviously I'll kind of keep you guys on tabs with that. But apart from that, big up the Mandem. Marcel, big you up as well. I know we always challenge each other in that, but it's always love, my G. Yeah,
always, man, always, bro.
Come on. Big up Marcel as well, man. Big up to you, man. You get me each every time. Check him out. Twitter, YouTube, Insta. You feel me? You are Marcel. Big up to you, man. When are you next at the game, bro? You going Chelsea or?
I'm gonna be at Chelsea. I need to start dropping videos like Musa as well, man. I've been
Come
watching
on,
Musa react, man.
Please drop that, Marcel.
Yeah, man, loving this, man. And then big up, man. You've been consistent, man. Way too consistent for too long.
Come on, bro.
Big up yourself, man. And yeah, man, mind Marcel on Twitter right now, but I'm definitely gonna, because so many people, I get so many DMs on Twitter as well to start the channel, man. So I'm gonna start the channel, drop videos as well, and then text love as well, always, man. And we're gonna speak again next week, man. Games are happening now. We're back to the Premier League, so it's gonna be interesting throughout the season, man. We got tough games, so intentions are gonna be high the next couple of weeks, anyway, for sure.
Boy, that's
you man
what
watching the boxing though. Who you man got for the boxing? That's a big fight, you know.
Crawford, man. Crawford all day long.
Crawford,
But Canelo's cold, but Crawford.
Yeah. But that's not late, man. That's like 6 in the morning, isn't it?
I like with Marcel, so I think Canelo's hard, bro.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know how it's like going up a weight, boy. I don't know. It's gonna be a mad one. It's on Netflix as well, yeah. Netflix, Netflix fight.
Netflix thing, man. Everyone got resubscribe and that. You know what I'm saying?
If the man don't need a password and that, let me know.
I think Rance is going to be live soon, people. I'm going to head over there. He's going to be gaming Batman and that. You feel me? So you man head over there. I'll see you lot tomorrow, people. If there's any breaking news, we'll be live, man. But we are out, man. Man City, big one.